Fade. Fade. Fade.
Q tracks.
Crow. Purchase your track today.
What is going on? This is 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio with your boy RockyRoad313. And like always, DJ Mastermind behind the ones and twos is SwZee, aka Temple Beats. We got our creative director, sorry, I can't speak today. Creative director, Mr. Manny Banks, and our audio technician, Victorino. And yes, it is not a new person joining the team, but we do have a special guest, Mr. Brian Ruiz of Brian's Renta Audio, like you see on the hoodie, and also of Grupo Contagio. We're going to be chopping it up with him. And like always, if you're feeling generous, we want to send a huge thank you to everyone who's already just supported the station, who's showed some love, who's just poured out some donations. So if you want to send more donations, go ahead and do so by sending them over to our Cash App. We have our Cash App card right here. You can send them over to $313 Urban Rhythm Radio. And if you want to request, you want to send some shout outs, you want to say what's up, just call us up. Or if you have any questions for Brian, you can go ahead and send us a text message or call us at 313-288-5070. That's 313-288-5070. And this is 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. Before we get to talking with Brian, we're going to be playing some dope music, like always, playing some dope artists from all genres of music. So let's get it going with some music. We're going to start off with the Lord's Word mix. This is our gospel mix, Christian hip-hop mix. We're going to start off with crossing over to Canada, to Windsor, Ontario, Canada. This is Didactic with Thank You.
Before the day we met, I heard many things about you. People told me you loved me, I had to know how true or erroneous it was. In my loneliness I rushed, but you saw me first before I sought you out and found you. They said you were hard to reach, but now I truly see that you were pursuing me way before I knew it'd be. You and me renewing me from speaking gloomily, introducing me to your family approvingly. Sometimes I still wonder why you ended up choosing me. I was lost, but you said you never intended on losing me. I went from thoughts of suicide to thoughts of you and our renewed lives unified together, never to divide. Got a new attitude, can measure the magnitude of my infinite gratitude for your perfect attributes. Only you could fill my void and never disappoint. Just because I love you, a couple people still avoid. Thank you for that knock on my place. Put an end to my rough summer days. On that one summer day when my pains got erased. Help me to live the proper way as I wait to be in your embrace. Now I'm safe, so I just want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll never forget the night I fell in love with you. You fixed my corrupted views as we discussed it through. Started when the night was calm. You lifted high my arms, gave me a new outlook on the life I once tried to harm. Met me on my lowest, the key that made me open up. You turned my life around, connected in that potent touch. Such love, I didn't deserve it, I wasn't worth it. But when I felt worthless, you gave me purpose. So I'll be holding your hand until I'm old and can't stand. Cause when I thought I couldn't, you told me I can. Consoling me when I craved the rope and to hang from my throat and to send a note to folk and to friends. But there was hope even then. And when doped up with grams, I was alone. You extended your help, broke and you mended me. So thank you for unfolding your plan, for the resolve you began, and for molding a man. Thank you for that knock on my place. Put an end to my rough summer days. On that one summer day when my pains got erased. Help me to live the proper way as I wait to be in your embrace. Now I'm safe, so I just want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for giving me the power to flush those drugs. When deep inside me I felt that rush, those tugs that felt your arms around me when there was no hug. You crushed my grudges like I would crush those buds. With bombs in my palms as I would crush those rocks. I thought I was doomed, but you crushed those odds. You gave warmth to my cold heart, shine to my shade. When I was down and out you put a smile on my face. Filled me with joy, who knew I'd ever burst laughing. Lacking nothing, you're the only treasure worth having. The only one I don't have to guard my heart from. Your love was the answer to all of my problems. I was solemn and only it could have softened. How hard in my heart had gotten darkened and rotten. Distraughtly walking, internally hateful. So you are forever loved, I'm eternally grateful. Cause of what you did for me and showed me one night. Found out just how much your love flowed for me in spite of me hurting you. Cause I was supposed to have died. So thank you God, I owe you my life. Thank you for all the love that you gave. Thank you for the price that you paid. Sacrifice that you made to set my life straight. Without you my whole life was a waste. As I wait to be in your embrace. Now I'm safe, so I just wanna say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for having got me amazed. From this world wanted to plot and escape. Thought I gotta hate, I just got a lot of aches. Now I love only you, saw my fate. As I wait to be in your embrace. Now I'm safe, so I just wanna say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so I testified to your grace. Answered me, that is why I now praise. You died for 3 days, I rely on your race. And so I apologize today. As I wait to be in your embrace. Now I'm safe, so I just wanna say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, and I can just keep on going. I just wanna thank you, like Don Moen. Thank you.
Shout out to Didactic with that dope track. Thank you. Out of Windsor, Ontario, Canada. And from Windsor, we go down to Dayton, Ohio. This is Gigi with I Say No.
Raspo Beats. I say no. Yeah. I say no. 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 Devil, you can't have my life. I say no. Devil, you can't have my mind. I say no. I say no. Man, I'm tired of all the lies. I say no. Yeah, I already won this fight. I say no. It stops right here with me. I say no. I say no. I have authority. I say no. Devil, bow, you have to flee. I say no. I say no. I said no, 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 no. I said no, you have to go. I'm speaking up, it's time to go. Ain't allowed, I closed that door. The king I rep, the king I'm for. You have no choice but to speak lies. I know your games where you like to hide. Trying to take me out, but your hands are tied. Cause the king I serve cannot lose a fight. You keep on trying, but it stops with me. You have to bow to this authority. I know you mad, but the Christ in me conquered death and hell just to set me free. You tried to take out my daddy though. Mental illness, man, you gotta go. It stops with me, ain't no question though. I speak with power, and I say no. Devil, you can't have my life. I say no. Devil, you can't have my mind. I say no. Man, I'm tired of all the lies. I say no. Yeah, I already won this fight. I say no. Devil, you can't have my life. I say no. Devil, you can't have my mind. I say no. Man, I'm tired of all the lies. I say no. I said no, 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 no. Call on Jesus, he will set you free. He didn't bear that cross just to bleed. Please tell someone if you're in need. We're here for you, we're your family. Suicide, it's time to say goodbye. Jesus came to give abundant life. I'm on his side cause they pierced his side. Both my fathers are up in the sky. No, you cannot do it on your own. I rebuke the lies that say that you're alone. Do not isolate, please pick up the phone. Right now healing's coming to your home. I speak freedom right over this song. The flesh is so weak, but the spirit's so strong. You're not alone, he's been there all along. Stay in his presence, that's where you belong. I say no.
Shout out to Gigi with that dope track, I Say No. We're going to keep it going with the Lord's Word Mix. Next up, we got our special guest for tomorrow. This is Born Bishop with Been So Good.
Vomit, but Lord, we made a promise, so you put me in that Hummer, and I never break that covenant. Lord, you're good to me, that's why I'm fresher than some double, man. I'ma pay my tithes and 10 more, and you bringing it back tenfold. Some people, they tell me, son, I can see God in you, just look at the way your skin glow. Lord, I know you've been so good, yeah, I thank Lord, I know.
If you're an artist and you would love to have your music submitted to 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio, or if you have a small business, just like Brian's Rent to Audio, you can go ahead and send all your submissions over to us. That is 31.3 Urban Rhythm at gmail.com. And be sure to send all your music submissions. Make sure to keep sharing, keep tapping in, keep sending all your music so it could be played on 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. And also have your small business promoted to help get more clientele, to help spread the word. So make sure to send all your music submissions and your business promotions to 31.3 Urban Rhythm at gmail.com. And like always, follow us, like us, and just continue to follow us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. Go ahead and spread the word, share. We've been posting some TikToks. We've been posting some reels and just more content. We're trying to push more content out there, so be sure to just follow us, like us, and tell your friend, tell your mom's friend, tell your grandma, whoever it is. Just spread the word, because 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio is on air, baby. And before we continue with some more music to a dope artist, grupo, I should say, Grupo Contagio, I'm gonna hand it over to Brian Reeves. Brian, just tell us, how can we contact you, and how can we listen to Grupo Contagio?
Man, if you type in, nice to, I'm thankful for you guys having me here, first of all. I don't want to be all rude, straight plug-in, you know?
No,
I appreciate you guys for your time in a short notice. But, yeah, if you look up Grupo Contagio on any social media, even Snapchat, even though I kind of neglect it every now and then. But, yeah, just any social media, type in Grupo Contagio Detroit, then I'm sure we'd be the first thing that pops up on there. And
how can we contact you if we want to,
If you want to contact me directly, you can do via the phone number for both the Renta Audio and Grupo Contagio. It's 313-920-5288.
There you go. So that's the plugin. So if you want to contact Brian, make sure to contact him or Grupo Contagio. So we're going to keep it going with some more music. This is our Estilo Mexicano mix. And this is Grupo Contagio with La Troca de Moño.
Se lo dije a mi padre, quiero que vengas conmigo, quiero pistear esta noche como dos grandes amigos para decirte, papá,
Man, Z and I always talk about this. That music always reminds me of my pops. So we're going to keep it going with Grupo Contagio. This is Las Tres Tumbas.
Salieron de madrugada, soy el canto de los gallos y van a hacer su jornada al lomo de sus caballos. La fiesta se celebraba en el rancho del Pitayo. Su padre les dio un consejo cuando a partir se aprestaban. Miren muy bien el pellejo, porque la vida se acaba. En las palabras del viejo, los tres hermanos pensaban. Pedro le dice a Fabián, dale un trago a José Luis, que beba de este mezcal, para que se sienta feliz, que ahorita no más llegando, nos vamos a divertir. No te rajes, vale. Échale. Era mucho rivales, viejos rencores surgieron, cortando tras los jacales, abrieron todos el fuego, así matan los cobardes, cuando los sacos el miedo. Un viejito solitario, sin esperanza ninguna, cuida el rancho y tres caballos, como toda su fortuna, va al panteón de vez en cuando a visitar las tres tumbas. Y nos vamos.
Y puro Nuevo León. That's what it is, man. Las Tres Tumbas. Famously by Los Cadetes de Linares, but that's Grupo Contagio. So we're going to keep it going with Grupo Contagio. This is Polvo Maldito.
Por el bravo y sus veras, cuántos corridos he escrito, por Tamaulipas y Texas, como hay hombres con delitos, unos trafican la hierba, otros el polvo maldito. Voy a contarles un caso que en la historia va a quedar. A un traficante famoso lo acaban de liquidar, lo mató su propio hijo sin poderlo remediar. El gobierno americano mandó sin saber a su hijo a que fueran a prenderlo, los de la ley eran 5. Llegando al punto preciso y le marcaron el alto, pero rendirse no quiso y alcanzó a matar a 4, pero al conocer a su hijo alzó las manos en alto. No hubo tiempo de pensarlo, aquel joven disparó y cuando iba a rematarlo también lo reconoció, de rodillas y llorando, perdóname, le gritó. ¿Qué quieres que te perdone? Antes de morir le digo, anda a avisar a la corte que tú no tienes delito, es culpa
shout out to Grupo Contagio, and you can listen to all their music on all social media platforms. Grupo Contagio. So make sure to listen to Grupo Contagio. What I love about that is that they recorded all that in their backyard. So all covers, obviously, but just dope music to sit back and listen to. And especially if you're a dad, you can spend hours in the truck just drinking, listening to his music. So shout out to Grupo Contagio with all them dope tracks. Right now we're going to take a little break from the music, and we're going to talk until a little segment we love to call Did You See That, where we talk about a certain event, a certain, I don't know, something that happened throughout the weekend, something that happened throughout the week leading up to today. So one thing that comes to mind, I honestly, I wanted to talk about this because it is historical, but I also wanted to talk something a little bit more serious that I didn't mention. But first thing I want to talk about is the fact that this past Saturday, Canelo Alvarez fought Caleb Plant, and he became the very first middleweight undisputed champion. So that means he's been taking titles left and right in that whole division, that whole weight class. And if I heard correctly, I think he's the very first Mexican to do it ever as well. So for me, that's just like historical. I mean, I followed this dude since the beginning of his career. He was, in the mid card. He was in, the prelims and whatnot. And now he's just transitioned into this international superstar that's just known worldwide. And I mean, that just gives you a little bit of just pride being a Mexican, looking up to a Mexican boxer like that. It's taken him quite a while just to get to where he's at now. And he's still very young. He's only 31 years of age, and he's just breaking barriers, bro.
Did you actually see the end of that fight?
I did see it. And that knockout was ridiculous. It was in the 11th round, and I believe he won by a TKO, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't a straight up knockout, but like
but
it was
Might as well been.
yeah, exactly.
He messed his ass.
It was
up.
in our eyes.
Yeah.
All us Mexicans.
Yeah, definitely. So knocked him out, and it was just amazing, to see him. He's got the crown on his head, and he's kind of boasting about it, and he might as well do so because he's on top of the division and on top of the rest the boxing world right now, So shout out to Canelo for just becoming the undisputed champion. He's got so many, he's got a lot of gold on him, and he's got a lot of feria, that's for sure. So shout out to Canelo. The other thing, I don't know, something a little bit more serious that happened this weekend, and my heart goes out to all those people for the Travis Scott Astroworld event that happened, and it was terrible. I mean, it was just it was hard to watch. Like, I think I'm more disgusted with all the memes that are popping up on social media, and that just shows you that people don't have a heart when it comes to that certain thing. So, man, my thoughts and prayers go out to all the victims that were affected by this. The people that a lot of them were like very youngsters. They were teenagers. Some of them were in their early 20s, and it was just terrible.
It was a 14-year-old too.
Oh, 14, yeah.
Ended 27, I believe.
And a 9-year-old too. I think that was in his. It was in his dad's shoulders or something.
Yeah, he was trampled to death.
He fell off of his dad's shoulders when the surge came, I guess.
Yeah,
it's all sad, man.
Yeah, it was sad. It was definitely something that just took me aback. I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe this is happening. And a lot of people, they wanted to sue and to cancel Travis Scott and other people that weren't even there, but they were supportive, like Drake and Bad Bunny.
Yeah, Drake was in there too, right?
Drake was there, but like he wasn't like. Well, I guess he was. Yeah, he was a guest star there.
Yeah,
right? Yeah, he showed up. So they wanted to cancel him and cancel all types of people, and it was just terrible. I mean, there's no other word to describe it.
Right. No. Well, thankfully, Travis Scott is gonna cover those funeral costs for everybody, so we don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about insensitive celebrities. At least he's going out of his way to actually help the families somewhat cope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, at least, I give a shout out to him because honestly, from where he was standing and for where everything was taking place, it's kind of hard to tell what was going on. I could see where he was coming from. I mean, people spent money to get out there to Houston, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a festival. It's not just a one-night thing. This is a three-night thing. So people spent $1,500+ to get out there. This man was just trying to put on a show for people.
Yeah.
And, the people that talking all this crazy stuff about it, you got to see it from as from his standpoint and from everybody that's working there. Everybody has to get paid. You can't get paid if you don't put a show on. So
So,
unfortunately, what happened is what happened. It's just I'm glad that he's taking care of the families.
Yeah, and not just that. Like I also heard, I don't know how like true this is, but he is gonna refund everybody that was there.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
That came out.
Yeah.
He's gonna refund everyone.
So I mean, it's not that he doesn't care. You know, a lot of people were saying stop the show, stop. You know, they were chanting and just trying to cancel him, right?
Right.
But I mean, you gotta, it's things like this. We just never know what might happen. Now there's like, we're gonna talk about this at one point, right? With the conspiracy theories, but there's a lot of
devil stuff.
all that devil stuff, like the Simpsons predicted this.
Yeah.
You know,
I believe that, man.
Did you see the Taco Bell sauce one?
It's got
On that side.
it's got to stop. You know what I'm saying? Accidents happen. It's happened at plenty of other events where there was way more fatalities and casualties, but you know what I'm saying? It's just, it happens when the crowd gets rowdy and you put on a good performance, whether it's rock, EDM, rap. It happens. There's people always, falling out in the crowd. You don't know if they passed away. The most you think is they fainted, you know what I'm saying? And they're still trying to put on a show, but accidents do happen.
And it's easy to pass out at a show, man. Like, I've been in the front row of a Metallica show.
Yeah. Oh, especially the Metallica shows.
I swear to God, like, and I have a friend that can vouch for this. Like, I was about to pass out, like, front row, and I was, like, asking for water to, like, the attendants and stuff. And they're like, yeah, whatever. Like, he just, he's just exaggerating. And, like, it can get rowdy in a concert easily. Especially if you have any, like, pre-existing conditions. Like, I have suffered from asthma, which I shouldn't be in the front row of a Metallica concert. But, yeah.
But it's Metallica.
But it's Metallica. And then you're talking, like, thousands upon thousands of people. It was all at Palooza, too. So, like...
It's all hot. Alcohol's mixed.
Yeah, like... And then you've been there all day. It's sunny, because the event doesn't start right there and then. Like, all those people that were at that concert had to been there hours prior.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like, you talk about dehydration, all that. It's rough.
Yeah.
Standing, no seats,
Yeah, it was just terrible. I mean, that definitely came across my social media all weekend. I was just thinking about, like, man, that's just terrible. Kind of brought me back to that incident that happened in Vegas years ago.
Oh, man,
also,
the country festival, dude?
Yeah, and the dude just shooting from the top of the...
They actually have a 2020 episode about that, and I watched it the other night, and they still don't know why.
Yeah.
He didn't leave a note, I think, or anything. He just splat out.
And the whole hotel room, both of them hotel rooms that he had, the co-joining one that was right next to his, just riddled with bullets. That's how much he was.
Yeah, he had like 11. Like, if you look into that, like what happened, like it was disgusting the amount of stuff he got up there. Like
and how he got
people,
it there.
People helped him. But then you don't expect something that
evil
to happen. You know, like if you're like helping somebody with their bags in a hotel, you're not expecting there's like hundreds of rounds of an assault rifle in a bag. So it's like I hope that they have a clear conscience, because imagine you're like the worker and it
was terrible. So that's definitely something that we saw that was just terrible. I mean, from good that happened with Canelo becoming undisputed champion to like a tragedy like that. So it's very hard, but my thoughts and prayers go out to all the people that were that are suffering through this and were victimized through this. So with that, we're going to keep it going with some more music before we get chopping it up with Mr. Brian Reese. We'll be back to talk with him and who is exactly Brian Reese. We're going to get to talk to him after this next set of songs. This is our Detroit Boom Bap Mix. We're going to kick it off with our very own audio technician, Mr. Victorino, with City Schemes.
You either die the hero or see yourself become the villain. Seen too many dark nights and like the way you're living. It got me livid, the plot is vivid in the blast conditions. It's like you hopeless at the bar, get a shot to giving. Neighbors not complicit, I can't blame them though. Remember as a youngin', I rep Detroit on my favorite coat. For around the hood, the kind that was only made for snow. Mans caught me slipping, he tripping over a radio. I was running track with the homies. I didn't know what to say because I thought he was joking. Behind his back, he held a gauge. He decided to show me in the midst of broad day, all out in the open. I was only 13, but it's relevant to today. Put a price on life, but negligent in their ways. Forget a slippery slope, it's a precipice that you face. And the president set the precedent, evident by your faith. For that cream, living in that fairy tale American dream. Kill it when you walking with a gangster lean. Even though you know they go, they all it seems. What you mean, what you doing for that cream? Living in that fairy tale American dream. Kill it when you walking with that gangster lean. We in between those kings and queens in the city of schemes.
In the city they scheme.
I can still remember Kwame, only thing that he taught me. City government's busted, causing a kamikaze. Crime waves like tsunamis, they say they serving that white. Chopping bricks like karate. What's the prices for your vices? The sacrifices that you lie with every night. And soldier sold to that rock, you Jimi Hendrix when your life ends. If you ask me, man, I couldn't do it. Unity and community barely move as a unit unless you talking in decimals. Everybody will tune in. I never moved to that music. You never see me approve it. So sorry if I'm not to that standard. I'm goody two shoes. Pay expenses at someone's expense. Some families fiends, so how are they making they rent? Placing a bet for the rush of some luck, but it was something more like Russian roulette, and it got me upset. Living in that fairy tale American dream. Kill it when you walking with that gangster lean. Even though you know they go, they all it seems. What you mean, what you doing for that cream? Living in that fairy tale American dream. Kill it when you walking with that gangster lean. We in between those kings and queens in the city of schemes.
In the city they scheme.
We're going to keep it going with some more music. This is Sombra with Como Yo.
Southwest. Eternal.
Mi papá es un hombre de los ranchos. Cuando cruzó la frontera no traía tanto como a él. Y como todos sus hermanos, todos vinieron por ese sueño americano. I swear my father had nothing when he crossed the border. He ain't no criminal, he ever committed any murder. Y'all asking for money, don't see my people at the corners. Always judging theirs, always two sides of every quarter. Presidente dice que todos que cruzan son malos. Se nota, no sabe nada la raza, estos vatos saben mucho de un muro, man. Déjame los callos pa' la peda y el mero jale. Mi gente son un gallo. Y'all worry cause you say we can miss to your job. Y'all think every black guy in the hood likes to rob. Not everyone who looks from the Middle East have a bomb. All that stupid nonsense, you putos gotta stop. Como yo, un vato como yo. Soy la voz de la gente que este país emigró like me. Another vato like me. I stand up for my raza and everything I believe. Como yo, un vato como yo. Soy la voz de la gente que este país emigró like me. Another vato like me. I stand up for my raza and everything I believe. Me ven con tatuajes y piensan que soy ganguero, pero no saben también que me junto con los vaqueros. Nosotros no pedimos, trabajamos por el dinero. Si vienen con sus cosas lo tumbamos hasta el suelo. A lot of people like to judge me cause of my tattoos. One thing is for sure, they can't walk a mile with my shoes. For someone to destroy what I'm building, I refuse. I got a daughter, that's my legacy, I can't lose. Me junto con esos vatos que tienen esas trocas. Todas somos iguales viviendo esta vida loca. No importa cielo o tumbara, es la misma cosa. Cuando la chota nos para, neta, es lo que me choca. The thing I hate the most is the one being racist. The one that say my people that cross over are rapists. We make America great, they just don't wanna face it. Say it loud, fuck the law, free those kids from those cages. Como yo, un vato como yo. Soy la voz de la gente que este país emigró like me. Another vato like me. I stand up for my raza and everything I believe. Como yo, un vato como yo. Soy la voz de la gente que este país emigró like me. Another vato like me. I stand up for my raza and everything I believe. Como yo. Like me. What up, grown? What up, Z?
Shout out to Sombra with that dope track, Como Yo. We're going to keep it going with our Detroit boom bap mix. And this is Leif Erikson with Ocean Blue.
just ocean blue skies. Looking from the hills to the look at the ocean blue skies. Just ocean blue skies. I'm a nighttime rider, deep sea diver. In other words, I do this for my loved ones. Put my best forward and go all in. Or put it in reverse, side to side, I'm swerving. Prepare for the journey. Everybody listening. Tap into your conscience, a funky expedition. Roll with your soul from within. Born on the rough side of the mountain. Almost left this earth, many times counted. Blessings, move past negativity. We light the world up with pure electricity. Glistening from the aura. This inexperience like no other. Can't match my wit, my defense, or intelligence. Transmit literature distinct from the culture. Suspense, reach the climax and crescendo. Building a kingdom in Sacramento. We looking from the hills to the ocean blue sky. We gotta keep our mind on the prize. We looking from the hills to the ocean blue sky. You can see determination in our eyes. I say we looking from the hills to the ocean blue sky. Definite got our mind on the prize. We still looking from the hills to the ocean blue sky. Recognize, realize the ebbs and the flows, peaks and the valleys. Tragedy that seem to surround me. Cloudy weather. When you're trying to advance in the land of the so-called free, say la vie, like Les Miserables with the blase spleen. But it ain't no mirage, I'ma be who I be. Elements of water in the moon, I'm all seasons. My fundamental plane, most convenient, so let's fly. Primary direction and ascension, top rank, super middleweight division. Moving to another class, but pace steady and pace ready. Replace deadly with a heavy. Arsenal on deck, collect all allowances. The architect, review checks and balances. Options, everlasting and absolute. Gotta have the passion in everything you do. We looking from the hills to the ocean blue sky. We gotta keep our mind on the prize. We looking from the hills to the ocean blue sky. You can see determination in our eyes. I say we looking from the hills to the ocean blue sky. Definite got our mind on the prize. We still looking from the hills to the ocean blue sky. Recognize, realize. So just flow, just flow, and just cruise, and just cruise, just relax, do what you do, do what you do. I said just flow, just relax, just cruise, do what you do, San Diego, Chula Vista, Oceanside.
So we're going to take a little break from the music, and we're going to be talking to our special guest, Mr. Brian Ruiz, out of Brian's Renta Audio, who we be promoting every single week, and also of Grupo Contagio. So I know everybody's wondering, all of our listeners, watchers that are streaming right now, is wondering the same thing I'm thinking, is who is Brian Ruiz? So could you share a little bit about yourself? Who is Brian Ruiz, the entrepreneur, the small business owner, the drummer of Grupo Contagio? Just share a little bit about your story, bro.
I'm going to try to make it nice and simple. I tend to go off on tangents a lot. I mean, I grew up in Southwest like most of us did, in Detroit. I was lucky enough to be born in the US of A, America. So, it comes with a couple perks,
Mm-hmm.
like, registering legally a business and stuff like that, which is always nice. But no, I mean, I've always listened to music. Like we were talking behind the scenes, I love live events, So it was it was almost like the way I got here is kind of like the thing you're neglecting. Like it's almost like your fate to be, in a way, like what you want to do with your life.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like what better way to enjoy live music than have the excuse of EQ for other artists, So that's where I got the idea for Renta Audio. And then Contagio, I've always been in bands. I've been in so many bands throughout the years, and like around the Detroit area.
Mm-hmm.
Many of them didn't do anything. We just kind of rehearsed. One of the famous ones that locally, at least, that I know of. I don't know if you guys heard of Guerreros Musical. I played with them for a few years.
Okay. Yeah.
Dope people, bro. Yeah. We like me and C, like we literally share. Like me and C lived right next to each other for so many years, and they didn't even know. Literally a house apart.
I swear, he lived
across the street.
Across the street, but the house next door. Like, and I would
For
watch these
years.
guys. Yeah, I would watch these guys pull with instruments out, and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And then obviously my next door neighbors were the Los Guerreros.
Oh yeah.
And he played with them too, so it was between both the houses listening to them. You know, every Saturday night it was literally a party, bro. I swear it was always so cool.
Yeah.
You better turn that off right now.
I mean, in Detroit, if you call for a noise complaint, well, the cops aren't.
The most you're gonna hear is,
Yeah.
Turn that shit down.
You're right. Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much a nice summary of a background, you know, of where stuff, how we got here, essentially. I don't know if I should add anything else. I don't want to steal too much of you guys.
No. That's what the show is all about. You know, it's just sharing a little bit about you. And can you talk to us a little bit? Well, share a little bit about your small business. What is it exactly that you do with your small business?
So with Renta Audio, a lot of people just think that I'm a DJ, which, I mean, I see because, you know, it is audio and it's like Brian's. You know, most DJs go by like DJ and something, right?
Yeah.
So most people think I actually DJ for parties. No, like, so I built this small business for artists, essentially, or people that just want to like chill in their backyard. Because I've even done an accommodation for like a yard sale. So like, you know, we just have the one speaker in the background. So like, it doesn't matter what event you got. If you want to just sit and chill back and just play your own music with the Bluetooth cable or an aux cable, I'm your guy, man. If you don't have a sound system to throw a birthday party, but you don't want to hire a DJ, I'll be there for you. That's pretty much it. I've helped Victorino, your audio tech here, in a couple gigs.
There you go.
He can speak for my work and other artists locally too. That you know, I'm on time. I do pretty good work.
He's there
At
before
least
anyone else.
Yeah, I'm punctual.
My man's putting in that work.
And you know, you just gotta work hard. There's no way around it. I'm a strong believer that my work is gonna speak for itself. When people get to see me, follow me on social medias.
That's right. Follow Brian's Renta Audio. You can follow him on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Brian's Renta Audio. You want to rent a dope audio? I've seen some of your TikToks. They're pretty dope. All the setup and stuff. So I have a question for you real quickly. And I wanted to ask you this and DM you about this. But do you do also like, because I know you have all like the speakers and like the lights and everything. Do you also set like a dance floor, or is that something that you don't do at all?
So I'm actually, like, I was talking to Victorino, you know, I mean, I'm sure I can speak publicly on it. But I want to get to the point where I'm renting everything you need for an event, like stages and stuff like that, you know, like it takes a lot of money, you know, stuff isn't free around here, unfortunately. And we have a day job. But yeah, like I essentially want to, like, I got an idea this last Halloween of adapting the lights, which I do offer now. So like if you have Christmas rolling around, instead of having them in a tower, I can set them around your room. So like it kind of like makes an ambient lighting in your, you know, in your room to like the Christmas colors or Halloween. Like I had a gentleman inquiry about like Halloween lights and smoke machines, which thanks for the idea. You know, but yeah, just we adapt to your needs. It's like the slogan that I got is we hear you loud and clear.
There you go.
It's like whatever you need, I will make it work for you. Not
like
the other way around. I don't like to push, you know, well, you know, if you get this package with more stuff, like, no, whatever you need, that's what I'm going to give you. And if you can do it with less, I'll actually, you know, help you push with that, because it's less work for me carrying stuff, and you save a little bit of money and at the same time.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. I like that. So with the small business, obviously you got Brian's Renta Audio, but another thing that I would say, just like I say that Z is the mastermind of, 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio, I would say that you're the mastermind of Grupo Contagio, because, not only are you, the owner, not only are you the drummer as well, which, by the way, if you're a singer or a drummer, they're looking for a singer.
You play
and
a guitar,
drummer.
a fiddle, a triangle, anything. We're open to anything.
There you go. So make sure you contact Brian if you want to be part of Grupo Contagio. So tell us about Grupo Contagio. Where did the origin start? How did it wind up to what it is now? And what do you see yourself, what's like the bigger goal with Grupo Contagio?
So I started Grupo Contagio. Me and my dad, I can't, I got to give him some credit, partially, the origin of that. I talked to C off camera the other day. But partially, it was a big reason why I started was because of my dad. He's always had this kind of like vision of having his own group. Not to like be famous and rich like most people think, even though if that's the outcome by accident, we're not going to reject it. But he just always liked to play music. He's played in a mariachi since I can remember, since I was walking around and, as a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
So he's always played music. And I just figured if I like playing drums, why not start a band, especially with this whole pandemic going on, which is perfect time to start a live performance band, by the way.
Yeah.
When no one's allowed to perform.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you should have seen the stairs we got at Guitar Center when I went to go buy band equipment, and we had to, be 6 feet apart and stuff.
Oh,
Because that was an essential business. A lot of people don't know that. Like C was talking about, how he got more work as a producer through the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
That was... that's an essential business. Music is essential for life. That should tell you something, so.
That's true.
That is facts.
That is facts.
Facts on facts.
Facts on facts.
Swear to God, it's facts.
So, I mean, that's kind of the idea of forming the group came from just having that background a little bit, like I just mentioned earlier, with other bands.
Mm-hmm.
And what better way to, actually kind of control what, not in a, mind-controlling way, but more of a what you want to make your vision to be type of way.
Yeah.
So, and we had 3 names before we landed on Contagio too. We had a Mixer, we had a bunch of other different names that are weird, and but we ended up in Contagio because if you translate it to English, what is it? Contagious.
Contagious.
So a little homage to remember where we started in the pandemic.
Yeah.
And hopefully, what's next? I want to make some actual recordings, not just the backyard demos that we have as of now, which are recorded by yours truly, with a little recorder, and a little bit of running between drums and mixer, which it's a lot of work. People don't realize the amount of work that goes behind the zines and anything, and doing all that of even loading equipment, man. It's it's rough. It makes me question it sometimes. I'm like, man, I need to hire some helpers. I've told Victorino, but it's hard to get him to do something.
Hey man, you live far, man.
You're fired.
You're fired.
And then we go far.
I know the station's further.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, we want to record it. Like any other artist, whatever comes our way comes. We appreciate everybody that follows us on Facebook and all the media. He just reminded me today, Victorino, we have over 500 followers and likes on Facebook.
Oh man,
which is crazy. You know what I mean? If you actually sit down and think about it, even if they don't interact with my stuff, 500 people took their time to hit the like button.
There you go.
Progress shouldn't be discouraged regardless of how big it is, and especially for anyone starting their small business. If you get one other person, just one person, to kind of see what you want to do and they support you, you got something there. Keep at it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the thing that's driving me still with Grupo Contagio, because events aren't as common as I would like it to be.
Yeah.
But you just gotta see the end goal, and you just gotta enjoy the process, because if not, why even do it?
That's right. Yeah. I've heard this saying. It says it takes $0.00 to support a friend. So make sure you show support.
A like and a share goes a long way. People, I don't know if people even realize this, but man, that share button, one click, people spend way more stuff on other stuff, like money on either going out to eat or whatever. All we're asking is for a like and a share.
Mm-hmm.
$0.
And I would say, on behalf of all of us here, I just want to say that we are truly grateful for you, because you've been with us since day one. You've been a average listener.
Yeah. It's part of my day. It's not just because I'm in your show or anything. Victorino can even vouch for me, and my girlfriend, that she fights for my attention sometimes from the phone, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't miss the streams. I support everybody that I follow to my fullest extent, at least. And it's we're all have the same goal. We all want to make better things. So.
That's right. All right, so shout out to Brian. Thank you so much for supporting. We're going to keep talking with him. But like always, if you want to go ahead and follow him or Grupo Contagio, make sure to follow them and listen to their music on all media platforms, Grupo Contagio, and also contact him for Brian's Renta Audio for all your lighting and mixing needs. So make sure to contact Brian's Renta Audio, and we're going to keep it going with some more music before we go into our halftime debate. But next up, we got our Detroit hip-hop mix. This is SwZee, baby, From the Bottom.
Hola. Free Josh, free Ryder, free Jack, nigga, free all the fight. Free my niggas out of heaven, but it's better than Jack. of WAP, sick as hell, they had to leave. I give away everything just to see. Don't even bother line what I look like a believer. No, I don't make promises, not if I can't keep them. I love my daughter to death, try something, bitch, eat 'em. We ain't riding in the whips if them seats ain't heat. And I ain't stepping in the blood if that heat ain't with me. And them killers behind me, but I already peeped. And it's a lot of niggas hate me, I already know. It's some demons on my shoulder trying to let them go. Bitches dick suck weeds, nigga better get your hoe. Fuck making friends, nigga, I'm just trying to up the scope. Free Josh, free Dre, and Birdo out that cell. If we can switch spots, I'll probably hit that cell. Yeah, we's got the balls, but I ain't get them through the mail. No, I don't believe in God, that's why they say I'm going to hell. Dick suckers on my back, damn, let a nigga breathe. You make a quick band, shit, I make it look easy. We don't do regular tricks, everyone got squeezed. Hit your bitch from the back, I think I blew out her knees. And I got love for my brothers, hope all them niggas know. If I ever get boxed, I'm not telling on the soul. Got your bitch looking brazy, red bottom on the soul. Why this nigga talking brazy, put the Glock to his nose. Yeah, we's fucking real, no matter what shape or size. I really been through some shit, can't you see it in my eyes? Oh, you thought I wasn't bumming, popped up like surprise. Put the deep fried nigga getting cooked like some fries. Know I done a lot of wrong, but shit, can you blame me? Pops wasn't even around, now I'm grown and I hate him. Trying to stack up on this pay for baby moms and my baby. I ain't gonna lie, I feel bad for any nigga tried to play me. 80 deuce, nigga.
We're going to keep it going with our Detroit hip-hop mix. Next up, we got Riverside Sherwood with You Ain't Gang.
It's Riverside, bitch. I don't want your bitch that hoe messy. My dog on tip, best not test me. Yo hoe on tip, she just text me. Praying for it on both knees and then she bless me. Yeah, she gon' blow me like I chew. We gon' get trippy like I poo. I'm with the bros in the town too. You ain't with gang, we will clown you. I don't trust niggas, that shit iffy. No new friends, that shit risky. I'm serving grams on the 10 speed. Got them fiends throw, hella froze, Walt Disney. I'm in the back with the blick. I pull a foe and a simply. Double cup cold, gotta mix it. About to get thrown like a frisbee. On my mama, I ain't seen a drought. Plug house chopping out. We about to air him out. The fuck you niggas scared about? I got your mama's whereabout. Ain't saying shit on the phone. I bet you niggas hear me now. K-clip is longer than telegraph. On your ass, everywhere you at, like I telepath. Leave you stretched, they gon' have to put you on a helipad. It's hella bad. I ain't hiding, nigga. They know where I'm at. I don't want your bitch that hoe messy. My dog on tip, best not test me. Yo hoe on tip, she just text me. Praying for it on both knees and then she bless me. Yeah, she gon' blow me like I chew. We gon' get trippy like I poo. I'm with the bros in the town too. You ain't with gang, we will clown you. I don't trust niggas, that shit iffy. No new friends, that shit risky. I'm serving grams on the 10 speed. Got them fiends throw, hella froze, Walt Disney. Feds wanna go and lock me upstate. Guess they not a fan of my feng shui. Do they really wanna see me snatching lunch trays? Make another suffer cause they wanna see me front page? No elf on a shelf, the smack in my lap. Just made a stack, now it's back to the trap. I was dead broke, ain't going back to the past. Back in that mask, back to your back, doing bad. I'ma have to show these niggas who the man. From Rouge on down, bet they know who I am. I'm peeling off a stack, I ain't gotta do a scam. I said I'm peeling off a stack, I ain't gotta do a scam. I don't want your bitch that hoe messy. My dog on tip, best not test me. Yo hoe on tip, she just text me. Praying for it on both knees and then she bless me. Yeah, she gon' blow me like I chew. We gon' get trippy like I poo. I'm with the bros in the town too. You ain't with gang, we will clown you. I don't trust niggas, that shit iffy. No new friends, that shit risky. I'm serving grams on the 10 speed. Got them fiends throw, hella froze, Walt Disney.
That was Riverside Sherwood with You Ain't Gang, and we're going to keep it going with our Detroit hip-hop mix. This is the Gutter Boys with Pull Up.
Walked in the club, about to pull up. Hopped out the whip, left the dough up. And see me in the hood, throw the foes up. Boy, stop blind, y'all know us. Walked in the club, about to pull up. Hopped out the whip, left the dough up. They see us in the hood, throw the foes up. stop capping, grab a bag. Before I put my hitters on your ass. My trigger finger itching, so's bad. About to leave him dead in the grass. If you see me pop the trunk, shut the fuck up. Then get your ass low, cause I'ma cut up. Her man's talking crazy like, what up? Now he in the morgue cause he jumped off on God. I set this motherfucker off, yo squad. Everybody in that bitch soft facade. We're not from the same cloth. I send 100 shots off the whip. Fuck you thought they call me gutter. Always on some bullshit, shorty ain't no other. Fucking up the club in the check with no rubber. Stay pouring liquor in my cup like a butler. For this 40 ball, she let anybody touch it. Catch me in the club flexing hard with my partners. All that goofy shit gon' make me grab the chopper. Beefing with the mob gon' get your ass chopped up. Not a hood flooded with a bunch of helicopters. Walked in the club, bout to pull up. Hopped out the whip, left the dough up. They see me in the hood, throw the foes up. Boy, stop blind, y'all don't know us. Walked in the club, bout to pull up. Hopped out the whip, left the dough up. They see us in the hood, throw the foes up. Boy, stop blind, y'all don't know us.
Walk in the strip with my shotters. Say the wrong thing and get shot up. I don't even drink, but order me a bottle. I love me some strippers, fuck a model. Throw some ones, cause I got it, I'm just spending up my profit. I'll take your heart when I won't pay no deposit. How much for the pussy? Well, I ain't paying nada. I'll pay you to leave, stay the fuck off my wallet. Got the boys in mafia, we're a crime family. Time is money, so I gotta get it rapidly. My bitch stays mad at me, cause these hoes after me. I ain't no rat, but I'm trying to get this bag of cheese. Watch out for the intruders, they could be some shooters. I'll send you boys to the church, nigga, hallelujah. Don't talk if it ain't about the moolah. Do you have getting chula? I'ma fuck her when I scoop her. Drop her off deuces, she sucked up my fluids. She's a nuisance, but I treat her real ruthless. Make her take 20 shots all back to back. Got her drunk, now she like stretched like a Cadillac.
Walked in the club, bout to pull up. Hopped out the whip, left the dough up. They see me in the hood, throw the foes up. Boy, stop blind, y'all don't know us. Walked in the club, bout to pull up. Hopped out the whip, left the dough up. They see us in the hood, throw the foes up. Boy, stop blind, y'all don't know us.
This is 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio with your boy RockyRoad313. And live from Metronome Studios, this is our halftime debate where we talk, usually halftime of the show, we like to talk about a certain topic we love to discuss here. A couple weeks ago, we had, the discussion of Michigan versus Michigan State. Last week, we had
Ohio State. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, man.
You're fired. Get the hell out of my studio.
Get out. Get this boy out.
Last week, we had the topic of Christmas music after Halloween or after Thanksgiving. And, it was pretty much neck and neck here with the votes. So the next holiday that we're nearing, obviously, is Thanksgiving. It's only like 2 weeks away. So something I wanted to discuss and something that I wanted to have as a debate. I don't know. I think the majority of us are going to agree, but it's also fun, to have an interaction with the listeners. So if you're listening, you're watching live, I'm going to post a little poll on our Instagram stories, and you can go on there and vote. So what we're going to be talking about today, Thanksgiving is, like I said, 2 weeks away, about 2 weeks away. So usually what's the main course? Obviously, a lot of, Americans love turkey, roasted turkey. But a lot of Mexicans love tamales. So what's for Thanksgiving, fellas? Is it going to be turkey or tamales? We'll start off with you, Z.
Oh, it's so hard.
Set it
It's
up,
so
bro.
hard. Tamales. It's going to be tamales for sure because it's just been a family thing. We've done it every year. Can't break tradition.
Super Mexican.
This guy.
Super Mexican.
Ho ass.
What about you, Brian?
I'm not gonna lie, it's not a cop out, but we actually do both and ham.
There you go.
We
That's
throw
my
the
boy.
ham
That's
in.
my
Ham,
boy.
we got
That's
the
the way to do it.
tamales and the turkey. Man, come through, bro. I don't invite normally family. It's not in person. It's just it's a more of like a close family. At
Absolutely.
least holiday for us.
Yeah.
Be lucky enough to have brothers and both of my parents. Oof.
So I heard Vic over there screaming, "That's so Mexican." What about you, Vic? What would you say?
Yeah, what do the natives
mystery.
have?
Yeah, what is that?
The natives? That was racist.
You guys started it. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah. That's facts. Unfortunately, and then we got smallpox. But anyway.
Oh,
should have been vaccinated.
Went south quick.
Went real quick.
And we were the first anti-vax because we died.
Oh man.
Oh man. Okay.
Come on, Vic.
All right,
Hey,
all right.
it's okay because he's saying it.
All right, that's a little dark. It's a little dark. Okay, I'll stop. Tamales, easy.
Wow.
Only because I've never actually done it on Thanksgiving.
Mm.
It was always we always saved it for Christmas.
Yeah.
But on Thanksgiving Day, never tried it. But it's not a bad idea.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You definitely need to try it.
Yeah.
What about you, Manny?
Sometimes we make the roast. We have the ham and the turkey. You know, definitely. I'm always one pushing for the ham. Nobody really cares for it, but I'm like, no, we're getting.
Because you a ham.
You are what you eat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's trying to go ham on that ham.
You know what I'm saying? Put some pineapple on it.
Oh.
Yo.
I don't get that.
I don't want to hear it from this guy's dried tamales.
Oh man, you don't be talking about my mama's tamales.
Oh man. Well, I know that you have a Canadian grandma, so I thought you would say something else when it comes to.
My grandma learned a lot of Mexican recipes, so that's basically I grew up
With
eating
both?
Mexican food.
With both, yeah.
There wasn't really I don't know really what you would consider native besides fry bread. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but
What's fry bread?
Yeah, what is that?
It's literally like flour, like dough, just clumped together. Then you fry it. That's literally all it is, and that's our favorite thing. Like if you ever see me wear a shirt called it says fry bread power. I mean that's kind of like
That kind of sounds like Native American masa.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like Native American masa
It
for
does.
tamales.
It does. So yeah, I mean, I would have to be on both sides. Because there's a lot of Thanksgiving that we have turkey, but then there's other Thanksgivings that it's tamales. That's the perks about being a Chicano or a Mexican American. You
get to switch.
You get best of both worlds. So I think for the majority of us here, we definitely have to go with tamales. So if you're listening, you're watching live, make sure to go to our Instagram stories and vote. Is it turkey or tamales for Thanksgiving? Next week we're gonna be talking about what type of dessert. Or what type of pie?
Oh man.
No, I got a good question for all you guys right now.
Uh-oh.
What is the one dish that you guys are waiting for?
I'm waiting for that stuffing, boy. The gravy. Come
What about you, Brian?
Yeah, I like that. Let's go ahead.
I mean, I remember fondly from the previous years that during the winter, what's really popular, at least in the hometown that I'm from, is pambazos. Which
gotta hit up.
We just had to be in. My girlfriend had one for the first time in her life a couple days ago. Was it a couple days ago? I think so. And she absolutely loved it.
It's
and I'm
to
like,
die for.
They slap.
And they're so good for some reason. Oh.
Did you go to Bunny to Conejo?
No, it was a few days ago, so it was in the middle of the week. So my mom made them. But shout out to Bunny,
Yeah.
I personally had his
And
pambazos,
they're good?
and they're legit. They're really good.
Shout out to Bunny.
What's
Shout
good
out
in
to
the
Bunny.
hood? We got to do that.
Yeah, for
we got to
sure.
do that. We'll all go one day.
For sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys can't sleep on that on the weekends, bro. He be pushing some good food, bro.
I'm down to go for all.
What about you, Rocco? What are you waiting for?
A 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio field trip. We're gonna go to Bunny's Pambazos. Try them out.
That sounds like.
On Rocky.
He's like, hold up, wait.
Hold on.
Hold
I gotta make sure I get paid. For me, it's always so hard, because my mom she loves to cook arroz and all that stuff. But one of the main dishes side dishes that she does for Thanksgiving is that green bean casserole. Oh man, that always comes out so good.
Yes.
So besides the turkey and the tamales and all that other stuff, definitely the green bean casserole.
What about you, Manny? What can't you just sink your teeth into, bro?
You know that pumpkin pie.
Yeah,
man.
pumpkin pie. I was waiting for it. He's so
first.
sweet. He's a sweethead, bro.
Well,
That's all.
First it goes with the pumpkin pie, and then my mom makes these banging yams. I don't know what it is, but every year,
walk into the kitchen, yams everywhere.
You know what I'm saying? Yams. Yes.
What about you, Vic? What can't you wait to get a hold of?
I think I already said, but I love stuffing. That's like one of my favorite things with the gravy and you put it on top. My favorite thing to do is like the day after when you just kind of tear up all the turkey and put it with the stuffing together and just kind of warm it up together all at once. Man, I'll tell you what, man. That's that sauce. That's that back sauce.
Well, One thing that me and my wife, we just started making our Thanksgiving dinners last year, and last year it came out amazing. And the one thing that we always did as kids growing up, and even now as adults, that my mom made, and she passed on the recipe on to my wife, was her famous cheesy potatoes.
Ooh,
man.
The cheesy hash potato, the hash brown potato. Yes.
man.
So that's what I cannot wait for this year. It was a toss-up between that and the green bean casserole, but the cheesy potatoes take the cake.
Man,
So-
yeah.
And then this year she's doing baked macaroni. So
Vic
man.
said he don't like green beans. He's
My,
fighting.
my diabetes is shooting up.
Carbs on carbs.
bro,
for
I'm
sure.
gonna be having shakes for days, bro.
And you know,
Let me get some more.
I know, I know I'm not the only one. You know, the majority of us here are Latinos, right? And that turkey will last us for weeks.
Dude,
Like,
it'll be
Bro,
Christmas,
there-
bro. You still got turkey.
Bro, there's an unwritten rule about Thanksgiving leftovers. If it's still in there 2 weeks, 3 weeks afterward, it's still good. It's still good.
Oh my
And if not, you just give it to the dogs. And
Yeah.
they'll be straight.
That's
I'll tell you what, it's not gonna end in the trash.
No.
The worst is when you eat everything else and you're only left with the turkey. All the
Oh,
sides you
yeah.
got, and you're
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
damn, you know, you're only left with the sandwiches.
Yep, you're hiding a whole dish in the back of the of the
Bro.
fridge so nobody touches it.
it's
Nobody touched the
I
rest
remember,
of the mashed
like,
potatoes.
every single year after Thanksgiving, like we had the the turkey, whatever. And next morning, my dad's cooking up tacos of turkey.
Yep.
You know, in the morning, and like,
Oh,
you want
man.
some turkey
yeah.
tacos? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not?
Man,
So,
that
Oh,
sounds great.
I just gotta mention it. If you guys, when it's like the middle of winter and it's really cold, you guys had some fresh carnitas, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, just
Oh, yeah.
because it's cold, and then you like, especially if you eat them outside, like, and they're like just steaming, and you just be eating.
Oh man, that's the
oh
best.
man,
Oh man, even if it's too hot, once you go outside, it don't even matter.
No.
Yeah. No, but
but
what
that's
about, what about stuff we don't like?
oh, okay. We could talk about that too. So, what's one dish that you are not looking forward to for Thanksgiving?
I'm gonna say it first. Nobody better not put no damn cranberries on my plate,
Oh,
or we
yeah.
fight.
Yeah, I never
Oh,
understood that.
I'll
man.
second that one. I was
Yeah.
gonna say the yams, but I don't like cranberries just as
What?
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cranberry sauce, none of that. You put that on my plate, we are fighting. in the
So I'm
kitchen.
flipping the table.
I'm flipping the table, walking out.
This ain't real Thanksgiving.
I
What
mean,
is this?
I might be alone in a boat, but I kind of hate cheesecake, bro. I just can't
Wow.
stand
Wow.
Get out.
cheesecake.
Get
You know what I
out.
mean? Like,
You're fired.
You're fired.
Get
Hey,
out.
you want a job? Cool, you're fired.
You're right.
Cancel, Brian.
I'm already canceled, Brian, for not liking cheesecake.
Cancel Brian's red audio while you're at it.
Oh,
No, no.
we can't. I think that was a little too far.
Now Vic's fired.
What about
Yeah.
you, Vic? What's one thing you cannot stand?
Dang it, he already took the cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, Rocky. I just can't get with green bean casserole.
What?
That
Oh,
stuff
bro.
looks like growing
What?
to me.
Oh
my God, I
Oh.
can't get with it. Like green beans?
Ew.
Green beans?
You
It's
know,
the
I
way
love,
it's made, bro.
Exactly,
wait,
with the
wait.
onion chips on
Yeah,
top.
bro,
Oh
and
my
the
God.
gravy and like
the cream of
the
mushroom.
cream of mushroom. That's what it is.
The
not
cream
really-
of mushroom, and then you put the fried mushrooms on top.
Oh, that's just.
I love green beans, and I never had green bean casserole until like maybe about 2 weeks ago for the first time in my life, and I didn't know what I was missing.
Bro, it's the best thing in the
It's
world.
definitely
It's delicious, bro.
What about you, Rocco? What's one thing you just can't stand?
I don't know, cause I'm a foodie, so anything that goes on my plate, like I enjoy. But yeah, I never got the idea of like just having cranberry sauce on it. So like I'm like
It's not bad.
I don't mind it.
It's got to be a
just
Latino
weird.
thing. It's got to be a
yeah,
Latino
and
thing.
it's like I don't mind it. So if there was cranberry sauce on there, like I wouldn't mind it. I would eat it. But
He's like, it's not the first thing I'm going
but the
for.
but if I were to say something that definitely doesn't belong on my plate, and I'm sorry, Manny, but it's definitely the yams.
The yams.
Yeah.
Oh,
Walked
oh,
up in
we
the
fight.
kitchen.
Yeah, the yams.
Man, I didn't know it was gonna be so heated today,
Yeah.
bro. I should have stayed on.
That's halftime
That's
debate,
why
bro.
we call it halftime debate.
Shit.
We had to get something where it gets some contrast because we basically agreed on everything.
Yeah.
Up until that point.
But next week we're gonna be talking desserts with Manny. Already kind of skipped ahead and said pumpkin pie. But next week we're gonna be talking about what dessert is the best. Is it pumpkin pie or apple pie?
Cheesecake or
Cheesecake or
yeah,
anything else?
cheesecake.
I already
Rock's favorite pie.
I already know what I'm I'm leaving it for next week, but I already know what I'm gonna say for next week, so I'm keeping it at that.
We're gonna gang up on him. He's gonna put in the corner. What are you gonna say next week?
We're gonna strangle him in the corner. That's not what you're saying.
So that's our halftime debate. Make sure you go on our Instagram and vote. Is it turkey or tamales for Thanksgiving? And be sure to share any other dishes that we didn't even hear. We might not even agree with you, or that we don't know of. So make sure to send all your opinions over to our Instagram stories, 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio, and we're gonna keep it going with some more music. Next up, we got our Detroit Underground. This is Art Carter with Lifestyle.
All I ever wanted was to change my lifestyle. Yeah. I say, all I ever wanted was to change my lifestyle. All I ever wanted to do was change my lifestyle. Only thing that I ever wanted. Yeah, when your goals to chase the money and you get it. Everybody in your business. Everybody worry about what you got and how much you spend it. I ain't got no friends, niggas switching just to win. Acting tough is just pretend. I know them niggas since we was kids. So knock it off for the niggas I ride with. Knock it off because them niggas love our here. I've been going hard for a while, hard for a style. Holding down the lane that I'm in. I don't want nobody around. I've been taking trips, all they know is I'm out of town. Niggas talking slick, they don't do that when I'm around. Riding low profile, I'm barely cracking a smile. You got a problem, worry about this, all that shit right now. Homies I'm riding with, they keep that click, clack, pow. I can't relax now, even when I'm off. Trying to change my lifestyle. Yeah, I am not no stranger to the trenches on the side where you shouldn't be. I could count on one hand who really fuck with me. I done cut off all of my friends, don't want no company. Ain't no time for romance when you fuckin' with me. Better learn your role, play your position. Hoes gon' be hoes, you could learn a lot from me, just listen. I gotta grind, I gotta chase all the chicken. I gotta grind, I gotta change up my living. Right about now, I'm tired of going to funerals. You don't know what the boy been through, nigga, my life wild. Right now, I got these girls on my phone, they begging for me to bone. I'm busy, I told them nah. I'm on the road to success and I know the women that stressing, that's not what I've been needing. I'm out here trying to be the best without being conceited. I got my head on straight, I'm ready to lead you. And all the pain in the world and it still don't defeat you. And I know exactly how you felt when they said that they didn't need you. And ever since I flipped the script on the shit that I used to be on, I feel so much better alone. Talking to myself cause I'm the only one that give me. Truth be told, I never plan to make it past 60. The ones I really wanna talk to are land 6 feet. But you can still meet them, little nigga, don't tempt me. Better learn your role, play your position. Hoes gon' be hoes, I done curved the baddest of the bitches. I gotta grind, I gotta chase all this chicken. I gotta grind, I gotta change up my right now. The only thing that I ever wanted was to change my lifestyle. The only thing that I ever wanted was to change my lifestyle. The only thing that I ever wanted was to change my lifestyle. The only thing that I ever wanted. Yeah. We are not the same, I didn't change, I added distance. Ever since then, you telling me that I'm tripping. Ever since then, you wondering why I'm missing. Probably cause you be sipping, and when you do, you be glitching. I ain't got time for the ignorance. I'm in the chicks who know what they need. Want more from a nigga that buying bottles and drinks. I enter the league knowing there's nobody like me. How could it be? Y'all didn't notice I was a king, I mean. Right now, I'm tired of going to funerals. You don't know what the boy been through, nigga, my life wild. Right now, I got these girls on my phone, they begging for me to bone. I'm busy, I told them nah. I'm out here chasing success, and I know the women that stressing, that's not what I've been needing. I'm out here trying to be the best without being conceited. I got my head on straight, I'm ready to lead you. And all the pain of the world, and it still don't defeat you. I know exactly how you felt when they said that they didn't need you. And ever since I flipped the script on the shit that I used to be on, I feel so much better alone.
We're going to keep it going with our Detroit Underground. Next up, we got Doce Quetzal, and this is Sounds of the Quetzal.
Doce Quetzal. Wait. Stop. Hold up.
Do you hear that? Move for rest. We all know that politics are more than just opinions. It's how you view the world and all the people in it. Who should be the leader and what's the best religion? Opinions are neither. It's not the definition. It's not like deciding between chocolate and vanilla, comedy or thriller, Heineken or Miller, cause those are all debatable. The answer could be either. Your vote is interchangeable. If that is what you're feeling, you can even be the middle ground and like them both the same. Remain on the fence, decide what road to take. You can even turn around if your mind is gonna change. Take you a rest and try another day. But these are people's lives that we're talking about. You need to free your mind cause it's crawling around in the sludge and the filth that your thoughts manifest. You gotta summon the will to just call out the mess that you started in your brain. That arsenal of pain that sparked into a flame. It's harder to engage when your heart is filled with rage and you don't channel it correctly. Man, this shit is dead. Man, this shit is dead. Do you hear that? Yes, that sound in the trees. Do you hear that? That is the sound of the gets out. Do you hear that? Yes, that sound in the trees. Do you hear that? That is the sound of the gets out. We're not as strong with you acting like children. Remember Charlottesville when the Capitol building and Black Lives Matter ever tried that shit? They get fired with cannons and they die mad quick. Proud boys and Nazis can run a fucking muck, but a black kid in the park can't play with a toy gun. How about the Standing Rock Dakota access pipeline? The protesters got shot on the land they had for lifetimes. And what about the little children that are in the cages? They were stolen from their parents, didn't matter what their age was. I can go on and give you many more examples how the POC, the women, and the LGBT family have been standing to oppression. We're passing you the message that your attitude's pathetic, devil's advocate intentions. Now your peoples get arrested. You crying out for unity, you don't get to play the card denied to our community. Do you hear that? Yes, that sound in the trees. Do you hear that? That is the sound of the gets out. Do you hear that? Yes, that sound in the trees. Do you hear that? That is the sound of the gets out. If you're not willing to entertain a thought, you're killing the very nature of mind expansion, evolution. I'm just mad we never use it to our advantage. Cause the true understanding is that the universe is bigger than this blue fucking planet.
That was Dulce Quetzal with Sounds of the Quetzal, and we're going to keep it going. Next up, we got Vincier with Cubata.
To the victor belongs the spoils.
Vincier!
Cubata.
Haters quiet, pin drops to a wind chime. Riot with the jackknife, strikes to the windpipe. Cola ice cold on the rocks with the gin spike that hits right quicker than a flick of these dim lights. Cubata flow, stream slow, minutes after midnight. You gotta know it's hot on the stove with this exquisite vibe. Rappers want a piece of this heat. They come and get a slice. The shoes fit to take 2 pairs. You can get it twice. Smoking on this ooze pen, tropical gelato. Awoken up to good news, allowed as the bravado. MILF like a model, avocado, eat the taco. Thick thighs, innocent eyes, she like a flaco. No rebuttals as I make my recital. No invaders to my shuttle, did away with the entitled. Assumptions, exceptions, and expectations. Those 3 words will kill you, your kindness they'll take it. Stronger than a dab hit, part of me is vacant. People talking mad shit, they must have me mistaken. They underestimate me for the challenges I'm facing. Blood, sweat, and gallons of tears, but I've embraced it. So close, I can feel it, I can taste it. My 20s went to waste, now I'm feeling like I'm ageless. A sage on the beat, 10 years, come and taste this. The recipe has changed, but the rest of you, same shit. Just a different day and age, let the rage hit. Better ways, a better day is what the aim is. Rasheed Wallace, guarantee you Joe Namath. Cubata.
Superior Reserve!
We're going to take a little break from the music and talk about the quote of the day. So I'm just going to share this real quickly, and we'll continue with some more music before we chop it up a little bit more with Brian. But for right now, I'm just going to share this quote real quickly from Steve Jobs. And it says, "Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. So, for me, that definitely hits home because I definitely want to be doing something that I love to do. I know that when you Brian, when you have your Brian's Rent to Audio and you go, and I know for you it's total satisfaction to see that that the client is happy, but you're just doing what you love to do, especially being also part of Grupo Contagio. Just being, because what I heard from, and make sure you go check it out. That's the plug-in right there. Go to Temple Beats and make sure to check out Temple Talks, where you can watch the interview with Brian and Z. But what I got from it is that, when you perform in front of people, like, it's just a huge satisfaction to you. So
when it goes right, because
when it goes right,
oh boy,
yeah,
it's quite a show.
Yeah, I agree. When it goes right, when it's planned the way it when it flows naturally, it's definitely a satisfaction. So that is the quote of the day by Steve Jobs. One more time, it is: your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to do what you love to do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. And with that, we're going to keep it going with some more music. We're going to go to Chi-Town. This is our Chi-Town mix. And this is dropping exclusively. This is a brand new song from Ex Soto. This is called Terminando.
Hey yo, oye, óyeme. Yo no quiero miles, quiero millones. Quiero viajar el mundo más sin restricciones. Que cuando me miren me den las razones. Yo no tenía nada más que ilusiones. Yo no quiero miles, quiero millones. Quiero viajar el mundo más sin restricciones. Que cuando me miren me den las razones. Yo no tenía nada más que ilusiones. Que no creía en mí, por eso estoy callando la boca de criticones. El dedo están bajando, my bro, no ten cojones. Que estos easy no comprado. Mi flow es tan cabrón, tirando rima coronamos. Mala fama tenemos en boca del dolido. No venga a celebrar si conmigo no ha sufrido. Escalando niveles, ese Santi está prendido. Ahora dan la mano, antes estaban mordidos. Estamos en el ruedo, seguimos avanzando. En barrio y caseríos, mi lírica sonando. No niego a mi familia, yo he venido desde abajo. Y claro, nací pobre, pero muero millonario. Quiero miles, yo quiero millones. Quiero viajar el mundo más sin restricciones. Que cuando me miren me den las razones. Que no tenía nada más que ilusiones. Yo no quiero miles, yo quiero millones. Quiero viajar el mundo más sin restricciones. Que cuando me miren me den las razones. Que no tenía nada más que ilusiones. Yo voy a ganar, yo voy a triunfar, no me tumbarán. Mira lo que digo, siempre duro para adelante, que no hay nada que nos pare, que Diosito nos ampare. Cuando andamos en la calle represento mi bandera, ya llegó la nueva era. Subo como una estrella, brillo como las esferas de la cuna. La tumba, aquí todas estructuras, subimos como una espuma. Entro, conecto, yo aquí me presento, soy nuevo rapero. Yo tengo mi imperio, sigo mi sendero. Con barras de fuego cautivo, tu vibra y también tu cerebro. Tengo los sentidos para que todos despierten y que aquí se manifieste. Es que todos se estremecen, ya pasaron varios meses, poco tiempo rapeando y sacamos puros dieces. Todo se agradece, por lo bendecido que hemos sido. Te juro que no te olvido, pero sigo mi camino por todo lo que he sufrido, todo lo que he vivido, pero sigo mi destino. La vida es dura como una roca, que poco a poco te sofoca. Si no te cuidas, juro te toca. Yo no quiero miles, quiero millones. Quiero viajar el mundo más sin restricciones. Que cuando me miren me den las razones. Yo no tenía nada más que ilusiones. Yo no quiero miles, quiero millones. Quiero viajar el mundo más sin restricciones. Que cuando me miren me den las razones. Yo no tenía nada más que ilusiones. No quiero miles, para los que decían que no lo podíamos hacer.
Durango, México. TRP Entertainment representando.
502 in the fucking house.
Siempre.
Upcoming legend.
La conexión. X Soto. Bra.
That was brand new by Ex Soto, Terminado. So we're going to keep it going with another Ex Soto song. This is Jay Nava featuring Ex Soto with Marcando Territorio.
chicas gritan y una que otra mojo. Haters mojo, jojo, ahora miran feo de lo tan ardidos, ya se miran rojos. Mexa represento verde, blanco y rojo. Venimos del lodo a lo Derrick Rose, MVP my flow. Más acta cabrón, music ni se diga a los Rick Rose. Puesto pa'l negocio, pa' mí es de serie. Si no eres real, aquí no te quiero. Me subestimaron, las reglas del juego fueron para romperse y eso no lo vieron en cada concierto. La farma creciendo sin ninguna label, la estamos haciendo. La guale creciendo, no estamos haciendo y todas las fronteras estamos rompiendo. El territorio, con todo mi repertorio. El core me hace coro, brindamos por los logros. Marcando el territorio, con todo mi repertorio. El core me hace coro, brillamos más que el oro. Marcando el territorio, con todo mi repertorio. El core me hace coro, brindamos por los logros. Marcando el territorio, con todo mi repertorio. El core me hace coro, brillamos más que el oro.
Shout out to our Chi-Town artists. We're going to keep it going. Next up, we got Swan Solo with Fire in My Blood.
Fuego en la sangre, fire in my blood. Mexican American, blood of an Aztec. Fuego en la sangre, fire in my blood. Mexican American, blood of an Aztec. Fuego en la sangre, fire in my blood. Mexican American, blood of an Aztec. Fuego en la sangre, fire in my blood. Mexican American, blood of an Aztec. Nacido en México, born in the motherland. Criado en los estados, raised in the USA. De Juárez no me olvido. How I miss my homeland. Orgullo mexicano, brown pride every day. Solo me la rifo, doing the best I can. Grandes planes para el futuro, ojalá y me vaya bien. Smoking up when it's time to ride. Fumando puro kush, every day I'm staying high. Si me buscan, yo ando por ahí. Making money moves, pa' que la música suene hasta Paraguay. From the east side to the south side. Life is a blessing, but it's kinda hard to stay alive. From the sky caen las bendiciones. People say they like my songs, que les gustan mis canciones y los videos con los homies. Un mexicano con un estilo urbano. From the streets en las calles de Chicago. On my P's and Q's, keeping my ass out of trouble. Taking this paisa trap to the next level. Everywhere I go me miran feo. I'm getting dirty looks, pero puro pedo. I'm on the mic barking like a perro. I'm telling my story with a number 2 pencil. Fuego en la sangre, fire in my blood. Mexican American, blood of an Aztec. Fuego en la sangre, fire in my blood. Mexican American, blood of an Aztec. Fuego en la sangre, fire in my blood. Mexican American, blood of an Aztec. El pecador nunca rezo. Fuego en la sangre, lava flowing through my vessel. Sangre pura, no lo niego. La santa me acompaña, me protege, ando sin miedo. Puro heavyweight, peso completo. Metal fingers en the air, dedos en el viento. I got the fire, mucho fuego. Dólares y pesos me pagan por el ritmo que traigo en los huesos. Música en la sangre corre por mi cuerpo. Siempre ven atento, en persona no es un cuento. Fuego en la sangre, fire in my blood. Mexican American, blood of an Aztec. Fuego en la sangre, fire in my blood. Mexican American, blood of an Aztec. Fuego en la sangre, fire in my blood. Mexican American, blood of an Aztec. Peso completo, dedos en el viento. I got the fire, mucho fuego, puro heavyweight. Peso completo, dedos en el viento. I got the fire, mucho fuego, puro heavyweight.
This is 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio with your boy RockyRoad313, and here at Metronome Studios we have Brian Ruiz, who shared his just a little bit of his story at the beginning, almost the beginning of the show, and we're gonna chop it up with him a little bit more. I was gonna talk wrestling with you, but I'm gonna skip that and go ahead a different direction. So I know you kind of touched base on this when we were sharing the quote of when I was sharing the quote of the day, where sometimes things can go a little not right when it comes to performing. So when it comes to Grupo Contagio, and let's say you get contracted for a gig. Let's say you get, they want you at a certain gig. what would you say is like the best place to have a gig at or to perform at?
Well, I mean, the bigger the stage, the better, I guess, right? You know, because you got more people involved production-wise. But I mean, as long as the venue is, or like whoever's organizing the event, I mentioned a little bit in the last interview I had with C. Shout out to Temple Talks. So my best, like, favorite venue of type of venue is where they listen to the musicians. So if they give us enough ample time to do sound check without, you know, kind of interrupting us or, you know, giving us that freedom to make it as best as possible for them, that's the best type of venue. It doesn't matter how big the venue is, as long as they're willing to listen to our needs. Because, you know, because when they think, because most people think, well, some people that I've run into, not most people, I don't want to put everybody in the category, but they think that just because they hire you, you do what they say, you know, and it's like, it gets really iffy every now and then. But if any, you know, guest or host is listening to us or our suggestions, that's gold. You can't beat that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't know if this still goes on, but I remember going to certain events, you know, of being a Latino. And I don't know if they've done this to you or, you know, anybody in the grupo, but have you ever had, like, somebody just come up with you, like, with a random paper? They want you to play that specific song, like, next?
Dude, like, there's a couple, like, if you go onto my Facebook page, that's where I have, like, the longer videos usually. Like, you can see in some videos where I'm playing live, when they find out that I'm, like, essentially, like, sort of in charge of the group, they go up to me while I'm playing drums. So I'm, you know, trying to have a conversation on the side as I'm playing drums. Like, you know, I give respects to, you know, guitar players and stuff like that. But when you're trying to keep the rhythm, you know, and you can't just stop or, like, hold the strings, dude, like, you can't hide that. Like, you know, like, so having a whole conversation with someone else on the side, well, they're like, yeah, well, we'll play your song. Then I got to relay that to the musicians, and I don't have a mic. I can't just be, like, in the monitor, like, hey, we're playing this one next.
Right.
So I have to, like, you know, try to, like, get everybody in order. And it happens all the time, at least once at every gig. Because, you know, we play so much music that people kind of forget that it even exists. That's kind of like our goal in Contagio. Because we got some songs in there from, like, you know, like my grandpa in his prime was listening to, like, straight up. And then to, like, Na La Troquita Cumbia, you know. So we don't discriminate the decade, bro. So we have a lot of people that go like, hey, you got one of these or one of these, and we play it, and they're like, oh, damn, like they're trying to almost like catch us like slacking. They're like, nah, no, we got it. We got a lot of different variety on it.
And I think that's like, go ahead, Z.
No, what I was gonna say is, how do you guys come up with the songs to cover? Like,
that's a tough one, because I mean, if you look at music, it's like millions of songs. You know, like we all have kind of like our personal hits, I guess you can say that. So we kind of go with like the best kind of vibe that I've been like getting off of, like the songs that I've been covering recently is like Los Cadetes almost, or like Los Huracanes and stuff. But I want to kind of move from that to where it's our own sound, but it's like a punchy sound, you know. So I've been trying to cover not rock song, but we have a couple of like 60s rock songs. A lot of people don't know that. So like we play like Gloria. I don't know, you remember that one? So that, and then we used to play another one. I can't think of it on the top of my head. But yeah, we play like a lot of like actually high speed rhythm ballads, and it's like
I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, so like, you know what I mean. So we try to switch it up, kind of like pick and choose out of like different decades and genres too. Like we got I think you guys play it too. El Sirenito and stuff like that, you know. So it's like it's not really a grupo song. It's more like almost like a beach feel to it.
Yeah,
you know, like a different style of music. But we try to like kind of slide it in there. Like I was telling C in the last interview, like I bought a pair of timbales. So like we don't switch. We still play same instruments, but like I want to switch from the drum set to like a timbales. So like when you got cumbias, like we've been trying to play recently Los Caminos de la Vida. You heard that song, right?
Man,
right?
yes.
Because that's a track that
that's a bop.
You know, like you can't go wrong with that one, right? But it has a different style of like, you know, I can't just hop on with a drum set and start playing like what I play as a norteña, right? So I'm trying to teach myself to kind of to just keep it new and interesting, you know, because like I've noticed that sometimes you kind of get tired of hearing the same thing over and over again. You know,
like Z always says, I bet he gets tired of mixing and mastering Detroit beats all day long, you know. Same thing with me. Like sometimes, like in my day job, I get tired of going to all these houses and delivering packages. You know, so that's a little.
Yeah, that's like the other day we had. Who was I talking? To Danny, and we were talking about the whole subject of shooting music videos, and when people bring music videos to me, and I tell them like it's so funny because the artist that brings them, they have a specific idea because they sat down and they've listened to this song a million times, and then they went ahead and they recorded it and had it mixed and mastered and listened it plenty more times after that, and then they decide to bring it to you and you're hearing it for the first time. By the time it gets released, the artist is like, whatever, that ain't my best work, you know. And that could be 3-4 months old, and he's got something coming out, something new that's coming out, you know. So it falls into the same category. I know exactly how it is, bro. It's just sometimes it's like the same old song over and over.
Because you got to think at the end of the day, we also are playing it. You know, so it's not like we're just kind of like you hear the one off, but like you gotta look at rehearsal time and all that. Like we can't just, I mean, it's I don't know many musicians, but you know, I don't think we're at that caliber where we can just listen to it once and then as 5 members nail it on the first try. You know, like we have to constantly, we messed up halfway through, boom, start again. And then with the amount of songs that we have, like there's times that we're at a gig and we forget, we're like, damn, did we play that one? Because, you know, it'd be like, there's so many gigs. Like, the very one that really stands out is, they hired us for 4 hours. You remember when Detroit got flooded?
Yeah.
So, like, it was really bad.
Yeah.
And, like, so people were canceling, like, events because, I mean, you couldn't go anywhere. You couldn't literally physically get to your event. And I had to catch a flight to Miami the next morning, dude.
Oh,
so
man.
I had to be at the airport at 5 in the morning. And then our gig was supposed to end at 11. And they pushed it to 2 a.m.
Ooh.
Right? And then I was like, I mean, screw it. You know, I guess I'll just stay up throughout the night.
Yeah.
And then that 7-hour gig, we didn't repeat a song once. Wow. And we still, like, I was thinking the next day, I'm like, damn, we left so many of them out. Because, you know, you got to think you mingle in between songs and stuff like that. And it's like, damn, like, that's how much repertoire we already have. We don't repeat songs. Unless someone, like, absolutely, like, oh, play El Columpio otra vez, or, you know.
Yeah.
Like, we don't repeat songs. And it's kind of like, I guess it's kind of like the hard work of rehearsing all those hours. Where we entertain ourselves and have fun while we're actually, kind of like when we did the Sombra thing.
Yeah.
It might not look like it, but we spent like 30 minutes just figuring out what songs we were going to play. Because we didn't want to play puro corrido, or, you know, we got to, if we're going to play 4 songs, we got to, you know, nail different
Yeah, each song has to be a
because if
different
you don't
type.
like this, I don't want to play you a corrido, you know. If I catch the vibe at a party and like they're like, oh, they're not digging this, and then I play corridos for another 2 hours, and you know,
get this man off the stage.
Get off this, you know, and then you feel weird because, you know, your people are not enjoying themselves, and it's like you just gotta find that sweet spot.
Yeah. I remember, a few years, I think it was like 2 or 3 Christmases ago. It was in Treviño in Nuevo León. And my uncle, he kept asking the grupo to play La Burra Orejona. And they played it like, literally, they would play that song, and then they play like 2 more songs, and then they play that same song again. And it just repeated all night. And I was like, I'm tired of this song. Like, and they just keep requesting it.
That's why he remembers the name of it.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I already know this song.
Like we have a song that's like that, similar. It's called La Burra Tuerta.
Oh, yeah.
And it's another song, but like songs like that, you know, it's not like at a columpio status, you know what I mean? Like if you play Un Puño de Tierra and all that, you know, like it's guaranteed, you know, Bob El Centenario. Those are like the easy ones in my opinion, you know, like Mujer Paseada, all those. Everyone, you know, even like grupos grandes, right? You know, like El Fantasma, you know, he'd be like El Puño de Tierra, you know, it's not like a cap out, but I want to showcase also like other genres.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the point, you know?
Absolutely. So, you know, with that, you know, being a place that you will love to perform, you know, like you mentioned.
Told you you're going 10.
No, you're good. You're good. So what would say is like one of the worst places that you've performed at?
This one goes out to Victorino. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry, man.
Oh.
He knows what I'm talking about. So it's just a complete end of that, you know, where the venue doesn't care absolutely about the musician. You know, they don't, if they're going to provide the sound for you and they don't provide sound for you, like no monitors, no feedback, nothing. That's why this was
I was going to say, is this the same venue where that was born?
Yeah. Yes. So
look, man. They had a whole day, and we were the only ones.
That's a lot of information already.
I know. They had a whole day, and like everybody had trouble that day.
Yeah.
But
like that's one of the things where you know, if you see where you can make change, that's where you gotta like really tackle it. So any venue that doesn't like care about the musician or if they need anything. I've been to parties where they don't even offer us water. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that
going back to like when they hire you, they're like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about like a few weeks ago with the photographer.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't want to give him I think it was her.
20 minutes.
Deleted all the pictures.
Yeah,
of the
she
wedding?
deleted all the pictures of the wedding because they didn't want to give her a break. And
that's
I'm
how
like,
you know he's been stuck around since the beginning because we talked about that weeks ago. And he remembered exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah, and I feel that like for me, like I know, growing up, my dad would always like, oh, make sure you go get the grupo some food or something.
At like certain and shout out to if they know who they are. There's times that we've been playing for like maybe like an hour and a half, because we try not to like do like the robot way of doing a party, like where we play an hour and then we take a break. Hour and a break. It's like no, it's dependent on the vibe. You know, if the people are taking a break, boom, that's where we take our break. So where we were like going like 2 hours straight. And then they were like, "Hey guys, you gotta take a break." Like the host, you know, like, guys, take a break. You know, that's what we got a DJ too. You know, we'll throw in an ox or something.
Yeah.
And they, tell us essentially, go eat, or we get there, and we're supposed to start at 7, and then that's when the food gets there. They're like, no, you guys are not starting now, even though they are paying us from that time.
Yeah.
They're like, no, you gotta eat. You know, and that's one thing I love about it. It's probably just the culture too.
Yeah.
Of like, we even if I'm a poor person per se. And I have one slice of bread, and I have guest over. Well, we're splitting this in half. You know what I mean? Like, and that's one thing that I never want to lose in the culture.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's why we gotta support each other.
Exactly.
It's that same love. We gotta spread it.
Exactly. Now that you're on the topic of supporting, who would you say are like some of your favorite artists in the neighborhood? Like in the neighborhood, and people that you know.
I mean, Victorino and everybody present, man.
Oh man,
I can't. Like I was telling Victorino and my girlfriend, like I'm not a very religious person, but like their music, Rocket, it's my cat.
No,
Rocky,
you're good.
and like Bishop.
Yeah.
Here tomorrow?
Born Bishop. Yeah.
Yeah, Born Bishop. Like I still, love the vibe of the music. Like it's one thing that like. I just love music in general. So like you guys are doing great work. SwZee just dropped a track a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Don't think he's probably thinking like, oh, you don't listen to my stuff now, man. I'll be listening to his stuff too.
Oh, you're talking about me? I wasn't even paying attention.
He wasn't even paying attention.
You're fired. My bad.
He's over here.
But like,
I know. I was listening to the quality of the voices.
Isn't that Vic? Isn't that Vic's job?
Yeah, that's Vic's job.
No more credit. No more credit for this guy. You don't deserve it.
Damn it! You're fired.
Fired first.
Yeah, like I mentioned at the interview with SwZee too last week. Los de la Nueva Herencia are definitely up there right now that I'm really rooting for. I know Estilo 45 has something coming out too. Grupo Monte, like I can go down the list, dude. It's just because I love music.
Yeah.
We had the luck to meet each other at Corrido Fest.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sombra, by the way.
Yeah, Sombra.
That cat. I can't wait to do an event with him again. And so we played at a club too with Victorino. And then Monte was there, Grupo Monte.
That was
Los
so
Astros, bro.
Yeah.
Dude.
They
need people need to start dropping like tracks, bro.
Like and that's one thing that we've actually reached out to a lot of grupos.
Yeah. That's why I'm doing like I started doing live recordings too because I want to get that sound that I was talking to see the other day of like that magic that you capture in a live performance. Because if you go see Los Astros, La Nueva Herencia, it's magical, bro. Like how, like the skill, the soul, and the actual joy they get of them playing it.
Yeah.
Like you gotta capture that in a recording, And it's like you guys, you gotta step it up. You gotta start recording stuff, even if it's like a demo, like my backyard.
Start putting out that content.
Yeah, because you never know. All it takes is the one.
Exactly.
The one recording.
I have a saying
Come on,
that says
Jenny 69 made it, bro. We all can.
I have a saying that says you can fail 1,000 times. You can fail 1,000 times, and it just takes one time to make it.
Like to be honest, how many times did Jenny 69 have to like do something in order to get this hit? You know, it probably took her a while.
I mean, she got some ghostwriters for it too. I don't think
it
she
took a lot of money for the body because
that's
all
true.
the attention.
Yeah, and she already had like 1 million followers before that. Too,
yeah,
I think.
so
somebody said.
But yeah,
I mean,
So sometimes, when I know for me I kind of talked about this with Z and in my interview and how our creative process, of whether it's your small business, whether it's the Grupo Contagio, but what would you say is the best place for you to gather your thoughts on like what's next for you, or maybe I have this gig coming up, maybe I have this event coming up. So what would you say is the best place for you to gather your thoughts? It could be at your home, or it could be at a coffee shop.
It's it's a tricky one. I mean, usually when I get random ideas. I've been with Vic, when I get like a random idea for like stupid stuff, but you never know when that
on my own songs.
Yeah, like we were just jokingly like jam sessions is a good place to like kind of let some like pressures out, or just doing the job itself. But I normally try to give time to everybody in my life as much as I can, because it gets pretty busy real quick, especially if you have a job and other stuff. Like, it's hard for you to find, especially, I can't speak for everybody, but at least as the oldest son of a Mexican household, it's a lot of responsibility that comes with that. Like, there's no you time usually. It's like, you gotta make sure everything's in order. And if you're first generation, it's a whole other ballpark.
Absolutely.
And you just gotta the time. It would be ironically, but I mean, I have no shame in it. Usually when I'm in the bathroom.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like,
sometimes
it's the man's only free time.
Sometimes I
definitely
will,
that in the shower.
Yeah.
Funny story, and I know Vic kind of told me that he got the inspiration of wearing the Eddie shirt from my music video.
Yeah.
But I actually came up with the hook for Cien while I was in the shower.
Yeah.
So it happens.
The shower is where I get my $1 million ideas. That's my spot. I don't know where it is.
Because it's something that you can control. There's no one. I mean, I hope no one knocks on your door and be like, "There's a fire." You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Or like, I need this. Well, like, we have to wait for me to get out. So
yeah.
Yeah,
that's
the place that I go to do my business.
Yeah, there
no
you
pun
go.
intended.
There you go.
Your dirty business.
The dirty business. So this is Brian Ruiz. He's chopping it up with us here at 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. And before we get some more talking with him, we're gonna go into our next set of songs. Keep it playing with some more music. Next up, we got Go to Gym, and this is 187.
Bitch, I'm the one from exit 45, banging through the hood with my all black knife. Phone problems, bitch, I hit you in the spine. If you gang banging, go ahead and throw your sign. I don't give a fuck about what you reppin', nigga. Caught your ass walking out the fucking Western, nigga. Don't want drama, you better get to steppin', nigga. It's the mafia, yeah, we know for stretchin', nigga. It's a G-U-double-T-A. All up in the club and you know I'm serving yay. Ain't never lacking, keep a pole on my waist. I tear this bitch up, people stitching my face. I ain't never going down for a fuck, nigga. While I'm behind bars, you still get touched, nigga. Claim you looking for me, but I'm untouched, nigga. Let me see you, yeah, you better have it clutched, nigga. Pull up to the scene, yeah, we motherfucking mob. Yeah, we mob. Chop in the trunk, but my trigger finger throb. Ice on our necks while your main bitch slob. Yeah, and we ain't scared of shit, ask your mans why he hiding. Right behind tents, yeah, you know how we rockin'. Stay loaded up, cause that's really how we slide. Making house visits like I'm round with Bin Laden. Pocket full of dead preys like them niggas plot. I'm just sliding through the city with my niggas, bitch. With my niggas. Claiming you a killer, but your whole team snitching, bitch. Yeah, y'all snitching, y'all snitching. Let us see your ass in traffic, then we ripping shit. Yeah, we ripping shit. 2 car 6 hitters, we ain't missing shit. Man down, it's a 187 in this bitch. I'm just sliding through the city with my niggas, bitch. With my niggas. Claiming you a killer, but your whole team snitching, bitch. Yeah, y'all snitching. Let us see your ass in traffic, then we ripping shit. 2 car 6 hitters, we ain't missing shit. Man down, it's a 187 in this bitch. Riding with the gang through the motherfucking city. Stunning on hoes, but ain't showing no pity. With some big guns, but they hold more than 50. Doing 120 in the motherfucking 60. Always on the road, cause I got and go and chase it. If I see the cops, I'm do the dash like I'm racing. Real road running, so y'all boys need to face it. It can't be fucking with these hoes, cause them bitches basic. I don't give a fuck about the niggas, got them please. Long as they ain't fucking with my motherfucking cheese. Run up in your crib, hit a lick, get on your knees. Looking for a bag, bitch, we got what you need. It's that murder me the flow, so y'all need to back up. If you ain't talking cheese, you can get smacked up. Real hit, man, I can get your ass clapped up. Saying you the plug, go ahead, put a stack up. I'm just sliding through the city with my niggas, bitch. With my niggas, with my niggas, with my niggas. Claiming you a killer, but your whole team snitching, bitch. Yeah, y'all snitching, yeah, y'all snitching, yeah, y'all snitching. Let us see your ass in traffic, and then we ripping shit. Yeah, we ripping shit. Yeah, we ripping shit. 2 car 6 hitters, we ain't missing shit. Man down, it's a 187 in this bitch. I'm just sliding through the city with my niggas, bitch. With my niggas, with my niggas, with my niggas. Claiming you a killer, but your whole team snitching, bitch. Yeah, y'all snitching, yeah, y'all snitching, yeah, y'all snitching. Let us see your ass in traffic, and then we ripping shit. 2 car 6 hitters, we ain't missing shit. Man down, it's a 187 in this bitch. What is a beach?
Shout out to that boy Gutter Jim. We're gonna keep it going. Next up, we got Pablo Pleasure with Chale.
500 años hemos sufrido la opresión de nuestra raza. Pero aquí, entre nosotros, vamos a parar ese desmadre. Porque esta tierra es de nosotros. Sangre por sangre. Blood in, blood out.
Run that up, Rico.
The whole team lit, we turning up in my city. They don't want me in the streets, little homie, I'm with it. I can't bang with none of these G's. They ain't jump me, and nah, they can't jump me. They don't wanna see us win, they fuck it, homie, Charlie. They wanna see us lit, fuck it, homie, where's the Yave? I can't bang with none of these G's. They ain't jump me, and nah, they can't jump me. They don't wanna see us win, they fuck it, homie, Charlie. They wanna see us lit, fuck it, homie, where's the Yave? I can't bang with none of these G's. They ain't jump me, and nah, they can't jump me. 3, 4, 5, hit the block with all cholos. Some loped out, some buffed up locals. I already run the city when I'm with my dogs. They weren't fucking with me then, so now it's fucking y'all. I heard the pussies talking, little homie, why you listen? Best way to mind your business, putting work up in your living. You supposed to be the man, why you out here chasing chickens? You supposed to stack it up, and why you spend it on the bitches? What? Put in work and work again, hit the block, say nothing. Stack it up another time, hit the block. They wasn't trying to help me out, yeah, they wanna see me struggle. They won't never see me lose, yeah, I put it on my mother. They don't wanna see us win, they fuck it, homie, Charlie. They wanna see us lit, fuck it, homie, where's the Yave? I can't bang with none of these G's. They ain't jump me, and nah, they can't jump me. Aquí ando al millón, soreado hasta la muerte, soy fuerte. Bitch, I'm the motherfucking jefe. Like homie said, hey, little bitch, what's your purpose? Talking all that shit, get you thrown up in the bourbon. They don't wanna see us win, they fuck it, homie, Charlie. They wanna see us lit, fuck it, homie, where's the Yave? I can't bang with none of these G's. They ain't jump me, and nah, they can't jump me. They don't wanna see us win, they fuck it, homie, Charlie. They wanna see us lit, fuck it, homie, where's the Yave? I can't bang with none of these G's. They ain't jump me, and nah, they can't jump me.
We're going to keep it going with one of the brand new songs that came out last week. I think it was last week, right? Can you confirm that, Vic? Was it last week?
I need you to Google it.
Te llevaste mi amor?
Oh, yeah, that was like a week and a half ago.
Okay, so yeah, about a week and a half ago, this song dropped. It was an exclusive, and this is Danny S. featuring our very own Victorino. This is Te llevaste mi amor remix.
This is the remix.
No sé cómo llegaste a mi corazón, porque ya no puedo fingir cuánto me gustas, baby. No quiero una noche sin ti, cuando te vas también quiero ir, y no puedo esperar que las horas pasen al extrañarte. Dejaste tus besos dentro de mi corazón, en las noches de Netflix en mi habitación. No quiero quitarme tu rico olor. Dejaste tus besos, te llevaste mi amor. Pensarás que no pienso en ti, porque mi orgullo dice no textes pasaste por mal de amores, desilusiones. Tal vez tú sientas lo que por ti siento, o tal vez este momento no sea el momento. Lo que sí sé es que yo a ti te quiero, pero es el sentimiento que lo hace intenso. Dejaste tus besos dentro de mi corazón, en las noches de Netflix en mi habitación. No quiero quitarme tu rico olor. Dejaste tus besos, te llevaste mi amor. See you come and I see you go. Even though I've been laying low, I watched you grow and the way you glow. Now you're all I wanna know. Tú eres lo que quiero y te veo en mis sueños. Contigo no me arrepiento. Sabes que soy sincero. Remember back then, we met up in the summer, but we stayed as friends. You've been right or die all the way to the end, and it really got me thinking on where to begin with you. Nunca te dejaré, nunca, porque eres lo que he deseado. Dejaste tus besos dentro de mi corazón, en las noches de Netflix en mi habitación. No quiero quitarme tu rico olor. Dejaste tus besos, te llevaste mi amor. No sé cómo llegaste a mi corazón, porque ya no puedo fingir cuánto me gustas, baby. No quiero una noche sin ti. Cuando te vas también quiero ir, y no puedo esperar que las horas pasen al extrañarte. Dejaste tus besos dentro de mi corazón, en las noches de Netflix en mi habitación. No quiero quitarme tu rico olor. Dejaste tus besos, te llevaste mi amor. Yeah, yeah. Y te llevaste mi amor. Yeah, yeah. Y te llevaste mi amor. Yeah, yeah. Y te llevaste mi amor. Mi amor, mi amor.
That was a dope track. That's been a bop ever since it came out. Shout out to Victorino and Danny S with that song Te Llevaste Mi Amor remix. So right now we're going to keep it going. We're going to chop it up a little bit more with Brian. So a couple more questions before, we end this show. With Grupo Contagio, Brian's running audio. You are a man of many hats. What would you say is your long-term goal? What is something that you want to, thinking about as a long-term goal when it comes to, whatever you do?
With either projects or like
Yeah,
professionally?
Whatever.
There's a little sneak peek. So my day job is I'm a software validation technician. So essentially all the new gadgets people want in their cars, I kind of have to make sure they work properly. So I want to finish my degree in that, just kind of like to fulfill my love for cars, because who doesn't like cars, especially fast cars, man?
Yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I just want to put everything I have effort-wise into both of the businesses. And I mean, statistically speaking, if you want to get into the sad part of things, most businesses don't actually make it past 5 years.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't discourage anybody, because if there's 99 that fail, well then do 99 businesses, and then that last one's gonna be a hit.
Yes, sir.
It's at the end of the day, it's trial and error. Always expect the best, prepare for the worst.
Definitely.
Yeah. Same as always. And I mean, I my actual goal for this is to make this like because I told you guys I work for Enterprise Rent-A-Car. So I got an inside kind of scoop of how the rental and leasing work, right? It's a leasing company. I want to essentially make it countrywide, that's my goal at least. It might seem foolish, me saying it, but I don't care what people think.
Man, we're going to look back at this in a year and be like...
my boy's going to be a millionaire,
because where in America doesn't like concerts or have local artists? You know, so that's my goal, is just expand Grupo Contagio wherever that goes. I mean, it's like anything. I wish we were at Coachella in 3 years from now. You know what I mean? But you just got to put all your work into it, and the results will come afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, and anybody who thinks that's foolish, just look at Jeff Bezos. You know?
Like my man just said, I'm just gonna start selling paper books, and ended up owning,
the world.
Now he's the second richest man.
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah. That's
and he's
true.
Latino.
Yeah,
and he's Latino.
Yeah.
Oh, he's my tío. Is that what you
He's
said?
Latino.
It's my tío.
My tío. Hey, break me off, tío.
Yeah.
Hey, tío.
I need some of that cheese. Come on now.
We need
look
a-
out for
some of your
Nephew.
stock.
Hey, come on, Jeffy. We need a sponsorship.
My name's Jeff.
Just throw the Amazon logo so you can get flagged.
Bro, I will be your slave.
Whoa.
Hey,
whoa.
I
Help
think
me out, big hunk.
I
Help
think
me
I
out.
I think I kind of already am, but anyway.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah! Shout out to Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
you kind of touched it a little bit, but where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years?
5 years. Well, hopefully, I want to finish school. Because I am going to school right now. I want to finish my associates in automotive technology. So hopefully, I'm done by then. Because it's also hard to go to school while you have all this stuff going.
Yeah.
It's like Victorino always tells me, he's like, man, how do you find stuff like time to like even me being here? Like, if I wasn't not clear to go back to school till tomorrow because of whatever policy they have, but I'm already back at work. So because nowadays you don't know what to believe almost.
Yeah.
So I'm due back to come back tomorrow. This wouldn't even be possible because I have no time to come. But hopefully I get my freedom back of having my afternoons again, and obviously be doing something more productive in my day job, or not be at my day job. Either one for me, it's a win. You can't look at it, not being I remember I saw a post a couple of days ago on Facebook saying that if you won $100 million, will you quit your job tomorrow? My answer currently, I wouldn't quit my job tomorrow. Because I don't see my job that I'm at as a job. I'm one of the lucky people. I can say that's like very privileged to actually enjoy what I do.
That's good.
And that's hard to do because I used to work in retail. Shout out to Enterprise Rent a Car. But it was terrible. You're talking outside work, Michigan, negative 15-degree weather in the winter. Yeah. Just not for me. Customer service, all the Karens out there.
Yep.
I hate you, every single one of you.
Not a shout out to Karen.
Yeah, a shout out, but I hate you guys.
Big diss, big diss.
Big diss to all Karens. But yeah.
Roasted just like the Lions.
So yeah, like.
Oh my God, Rocky,
the Lions.
That's
You
strike
just couldn't
two,
wait,
Rocky.
huh? You just
That-
couldn't wait.
I had to slip it in there.
He had
That's
to.
strike two, Rocky, man.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I mean, if I'm lucky enough to where this and the Grupo Contagio can kind of support me financially, then that I hope I get to experience that. If not, I mean, if you don't remember me in 5 years or 10 years, then I'm definitely going to be doing something else, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So even if this doesn't make it to 5 or 10 years, I'm not discouraged by it. I'm not, like, oh man, I hope this works out and like put half effort into. No, you got to wholehearted put the effort if you believe in something. And if it doesn't work out, then you were meant to do something else.
Exactly. So what are some of the goals that you have already reached, and what are some of the goals that you're aiming for?
Even if it might seem silly to like look at follower numbers and stuff like that. So I started this in August, right after Southwest Fest, whenever that was. Shout out to Southwest Fest.
Yeah, that was September actually.
September. So it's been what, few months?
Few months.
I'm already almost at the same followers on Instagram with this and Grupo Contagio.
Yeah.
So, and then I've had the luck to work with like Dominique Davis, Mary Davis, my bad. And, and then from word of mouth, I've been getting, reached out for people that are asking me if I'm available, not to sign a contract or for pricing, to ask me if I'm willing to even work with them.
That's dope.
Which I'm flattered when someone says, man, this is really good, or they call me an expert. Like, it does kind of tickle your ego a little bit, but I feel like I'm just an amateur at the end of the day. I just try my best. If I screw up, I'll own to it. I'm not gonna point fingers. And I mean, hopefully, we actually make it to the 5-year and 10-year mark. That's the goal.
That's the goal for sure.
I will be reaching out for this man for his services pretty soon. Me and him.
The audio services.
The audio services, and I guess technically 1/4 or 5. Are you 4-piece or 5-piece?
We're 5, but we're looking for 6, 7, and 8.
Okay, so one out of the 5 members of the grupo, I will require the services, which would be you.
Yeah, that's actually well, we were actually here at the station. We were coming up with an idea to start a vendors event, and we were gonna actually reach out to you to see if you were. Wanted to do
I've had a
something
couple
like that.
ideas with Victorino here, your son guy, about like possibly. I mean, I don't care. I mean, if someone takes this idea, go ahead. But like, do something where I gather a bunch of local artists at a venue and just make a free event. You know, just have where we get local vendors and stuff like that. But I'm talking like like El Club, like like venue, like somewhere where we can actually showcase like the talent of all these people that I mentioned earlier, like Nueva Herencia, Monte. And
Only thing is that L Club is like $1,000 an hour.
Well, I don't know if we're supposed to say that, but you know what I mean.
You have to be vaccinated.
Yeah, so and then the pandemic also is we're in very strange. Like I just said about school. Like the reason I can even be here is because apparently Henry Ford, it's a mandatory 10 days. Even if you have negative COVID test, you can't go back for 10 days for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But so hopefully that essentially blows over and we go back to some sort of normalcy.
Get out, Biden.
We're getting political up in here.
Victorino's definitely fired.
Yeah.
Man, watch out. But yeah, no, I'm very excited.
We're going to get a call from the press secretary one day.
He's like, yeah, I'm going to need you to silence him.
The president wants to
put a muzzle on that boy.
Yeah.
They're going to blackball us if we don't get rid of him.
They're going to contact YouTube and they're going to
demonetize us.
Not demonetize it. No, they're going to mute out that.
They're going to monetize the video and demonetize it.
Violence against conspiracy, violence or whatever. I don't know.
Inciting a riot.
You're gonna get a warning on TikTok for inciting violence. And
oh my god, man!
Insinuating.
Nice going, Vic.
hey,
you're fired.
All right.
No, I'm gonna say this in the most humble way as well. You're fired.
You're fired.
In the Donald Trump voice.
You're fired.
That was a little.
You're fired.
That was on point.
Yeah, that was really.
That was actually scary. I thought you were gonna build that wall for us.
Whoa.
That's what I was about to say. I'm gonna build it out, and it's gonna be huge.
Huge.
Oh my god, I want to leave.
Please don't stop listening.
You just been trumped.
I know. I don't know where we took that left turn for Trump, but
yeah.
I voted for Trump.
No.
All right.
Now we're really gonna get canceled.
You're getting really saucy in here.
You're fired.
I think we should keep it going with some more music.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's keep it going. So those are some of the goals. Some chopping it up with Brian. We're gonna hear from him before we end it for tonight. But let's keep it going with some more music. Next up, we got Sacramento Knox featuring Pablo Pleasure with "The Moon's Bangs My Line."
Baby, you call some middle of fall, and I figure it's you that I want. After all, you're the one that I want on the court. When we ball, I see it in the stars. I see it when you call, baby girl, when you call. Baby, when you call. Baby, when you call. Baby, when you call. Baby, you call some middle of fall, and I figure it's you that I want. After all, you're the one that I want on the court. When we ball, I see it in the stars. I see it when you call, baby girl, when you call. Baby girl, when you call. Baby girl, when you call. Baby girl, I see it in the stars every time that you fucking call.
She banging my line cause she misses me much. Tacos for lunch, now we smoking on blunt. She back after months after leaving me ghost. It's a full moon and we toast. She earth to be leasing to go. She a full moon is my new moon. I'm rapping my soul in these new loops. She told me the yoga I'll go soon. She calling my phone so she roll through. She loves the planet cause she loves the planet. Asking advantages for hands to happen. We in the magic and we stay from capping. Powerful tracks and she gets me dancing. Better take your time, better take your time. Don't get a fine, don't catch a fine. Watch your steps when you trusting. She comes every fall after summer. I'm getting in trouble. She loving my shadow. She love how I battle my struggles. I told her you bugging. She told me to quiet, rolling up loud, preaching the choir from all in the clouds. She leave when she wants, she walk cause she talk. That's part for bond. She text me that WID. I told her I'll always save a receipt. She eating mushroom, smoking weed. She spend the night so we can dream together. Temperature getting better. Storming the weather in all black leather. She talking that cheddar, I'm talking that elder. I'm calling that pressure, she calling it pleasure.
Baby, you call some middle of fall, and I figure it's you that I want. After all, you're the one that I want on the court. When we ball, I see it in the stars. I see it when you call, baby girl, when you call. Baby girl, when you call. Baby girl, when you call. Baby girl, I see it in the stars every time that you fucking call.
Let's be real, we came here. Done with numbness, I'm just trying to feel. I'm just being honest, promise I'm for real. When you call me, I'm still here. Let's be real, we came to heal. Done with numbness, I'm just trying to feel. I'm just being honest, promise I'm for real. When you call me, I'm still here. Let's be real, we came to heal. Done with numbness, I'm just trying to feel. I'm just being honest, promise I'm for real. When you call me, I'm still here. Let's be real, we came to heal. Done with numbness, I'm just trying to feel. I'm just being honest, promise I'm for real. When you call me, I'm still here.
We're going to keep it going with some more music. Next up, we got T-Todd with Run.
You don't even speak my language, I speak profit. Roll with 2 Glocks, Jesse and James, that team rocket. I'ma boot my hit me a lame if he boppin'. Tell Ken it's 2 men in that thing, he still chopping. Big bank, take little bank, where your accountant. I've been climbing, trying to get to the summit of Money Mountain. Hit the club, make a wish, then I throw it, that's money fountains. Rather have it and not need it than need it and be pounding. Where, from who, or from what, I don't give a fuck. All them boys say they do it big, we do it deluxe. That's your wife, my bad, you tried kissing on that slut. Yeah, you right, she be really hype, kissing on these nuts. I bet you hate me. Why? Probably cause they ain't me. It's either that or because the bag don't come in 8s. I'm crazy. Only give a fuck about my baby and my dollars just in case you niggas try to play me. Welcome to my city, I'ma show you how it's done. I'ma talk a little shit, we gon' have a little fun. I'm all about the peace, so I don't brag about a gun. But I kill a motherfucker putting fingers on my son. Better run for it, run for it, run. Will you run for it, run for the gun. See you run for it, run for we come. Better run for it, run for it, run for it. Hell flying through the air on some new cane shit. Some own bows when I get the bag, yo, that's insane. 7 Mile, Coffee, middle school, we was on Cambridge. Pull up at your door with my partners like you rain, bitch. Like, motherfucker, you better not run, cause you can't hide, motherfucker. 10 frames, turkey game, we ain't no job, motherfucker. Blink them eyes, then we on you like surprise, motherfucker. She ain't got no ass, but you like her, that's beyond me. I got a chocolate bitch, but her thighs look like Chun-Li. Fuck a sports car, yo, I really want a Humvee. Or a ship so I can sell the seeds for that one piece. I knew I was the shit the first time I walked in the booth. And since then, every other walk-in been proof. I got the juice, and it's nothing less than the truth.
porque como yo ninguno suena. Que nadie se mueva, vine a robarme el show. Es muy fácil porque a todos ustedes les falta flow.
Venimos con power, con sonidos del futuro. We ain't gonna stop ni aunque se ponga oscuro. Che, venimos duro para otros rumbos. Vamos a cruzar fronteras y tumbar los muros. Le damos recio, no traemos frenos. This ain't no new wave, es algo fresco. Siempre firme, así me fleto. Con todos los míos, never fake shit. Tiramos fuego, nunca basic. No echamos shade, we tryna get paid. Generando feria del alfabeto. No vamos a parar hasta que vale el esqueleto.
Es un asalto, vine a robarme la escena. Porque como yo ninguno suena. Que nadie se mueva, vine a robarme el show. Es muy fácil porque a todos ustedes les falta flow. Es un asalto, vine a robarme la escena. Porque como yo ninguno suena. Que nadie se mueva, vine a robarme el show. Es muy fácil porque a todos ustedes les falta flow.
Ahora me toca rimarle rimas que explotan cerebros cuando me tocan en sus estéreos. Mi boca escupe fuego como cerillos, vengo a encenderlos, dejándolos como zacate seco en un cerro. Que no se les olvide que esto es hip hop. Así que vayan abriendo paso, cuidado que va llegando su majestad. Así que manos arriba mientras me suelto en la pista, escupiendo rimas adictas. Vengo a robarme tarimas, insinuando sílabas sin embarrarlas de saliva. Me vale que me critiquen que al cabo van a querer hablar. Pues cuando yo escupo yo tumbo, la competencia dicen no es justo. Mi estilo rudo, por eso yo no los culpo.
Esto es un asalto, vine a robarme la escena. Porque como yo ninguno suena. Que nadie se mueva, vine a robarme el show. Es muy fácil porque a todos ustedes les falta flow. Es un asalto, vine a robarme la escena. Porque como yo ninguno suena. Que nadie se mueva, vine a robarme el show. Es muy fácil porque a todos ustedes les falta flow. Esto es un asalto, tranquilo que no voy a matarlo. Solo vine por lo que es mío, por lo que trabajo, por lo que yo sí merezco. Y ustedes no lo aprovechan por su falta de talento y su música mal hecha. Vámonos face to face y tú me tiras hate. Soy Mr. Versatilidad, lo tuyo es copy paste. Tranquilo, wey, lo tuyo suena fake. Mejor date un break y get out date. Ok, no olviden la ley de la gravedad. Lo dijo Isaac Newton, lo que sube tiene que bajar. Ok, no olviden la ley de la gravedad. Lo dijo Isaac Newton, lo que sube tiene que bajar. Esto es un asalto, tranquilo que no voy a matarlo. Solo vine por lo que es mío, por lo que trabajo, por lo que yo sí merezco. Y ustedes no lo aprovechan por su falta de talento y su música mal hecha.
That was Young Prophet featuring JP and Elder with Asalto. We're going to keep it going. Next up, we got Who's There featuring Young Prophet and Loco Max with Decent.
Yeah, es Loco Max, el pinche Uster, Young Prophet, desde Detroit, DBR, yeah, suena.
Dicen que somos malandros, nos juzgan en el barrio por andar tatuados. Esa es la vida que yo elegí. Le pido al de arriba que rece por mí. Todos quieren paro, loco, no echan esquina. Es que así es la gente cuando uno necesita. Por eso ando solo y siempre abusado. El barrio donde vivo ando bien acostumbrado a cargar la fusca y andar bien rayado. Zafo está tatuado, también el rosario. Represento a mi raza en cada verso diario. Si no fuera por ellos no anduviera aquí. Escribiendo neta, suban la bandera bien alto en el cielo para que todos la vean. Somos de la raza, con la sangre brava. Los que no se dejan ir nunca aparentan. De que somos esto, quién sabe cuánto otro. Todas las rimas que tiro siempre son reales. Fuck all them haters, cale a quien le cale. Guanatos y Detroit haciendo buenos pinches jales. Dicen que somos malandros, nos juzgan en el barrio por andar tatuados. Esa es la vida que yo
saben en lo que ando. No más por ver tatuados se la pasan criticando. Así que compa, llévesela suave, mejor no se me clave. Yo toda esa gente la mando a chingar su madre. Así que compa, llévesela suave, mejor no se me clave. Yo toda esa gente la mando a chingar su madre.
Dicen que somos malandros, nos juzgan en el barrio por andar tatuados. Esa es la vida que yo elegí. Le pido al de arriba que rece por mí. Dicen que somos malandros, nos juzgan en el barrio por andar tatuados. Esa es la vida que yo elegí. Le pido al de arriba que rece por mí.
Shout out to Young Prophet with that dope track. It was Hoosted featuring Young Prophet and Local Max with Descent. Next up, we got Oxys with Pati.
Bebé, me tienes loco por probar. Lejos de aquí yo te voy a llevar, yeah. Olvida todo lo que vayan a hablar. La gente siempre van a comentar, yeah. Pero eso no te debe de parar. Bebé, tan solo déjate llevar. Oh yeah, yeah. Y ya tú lo verás, que baby no soy como los demás. Tan solo dime si tú eres capaz de dejar todo atrás. No sé, bebé, tú eres la que sabrás. Si olvidar el pasado tú podrás. Es que baby quiero hacerte sentir como nunca te han hecho sentir. Yo sé que te hicieron daño, baby. Conmigo no te vas a arrepentir. Hoy contigo me voy. No importa lo que pase, pa' ti es que yo soy. Hoy contigo me voy. Tú sabes que eres mía y sabes lo que doy. Bebé, tú eres mía y eso ya lo sabes. Pégate a mi piel que ya tú me tienes grave. De tu corazón yo quiero tener la llave. Entrégate, baby, antes que el mundo se acabe. Tú sabes que yo nací para ti y yo sé que tú naciste para mí. Si me sigues yo te voy a seguir y tu fantasía voy a cumplir. Yeah, que te tengo ganas desde hace meses. Ven, pégate a mi piel que quiero que me beses. Que te arrodilles pero no es pa' que tú reces. Quitándote la ropa yo sé que te enloquece. Quiero meterte como Cristiano mete un gol. Chingándote en mi cama haciendo el amor. Pa' fumar, baby, yo tengo cada sabor. Y pa'l bobo que te ronque yo tengo un tambor. No importa lo que pase, pa' ti es que yo soy. Hoy contigo me voy. Tú sabes que eres mía y sabes lo que doy. Yeah. No importa lo que pase, pa' ti es que yo soy. Hoy contigo me voy. Tú sabes que eres mía y sabes lo que doy. Yeah. Yeah. Apocalipsis, dímelo magic. Dímelo magic. Yeah.
And that was Oxys with Pati. And that is exclusive to 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. Make sure you contact that man to get some more music out. So shout out to Oxys. And can't wait to hear some more songs from this guy. But thank you so much for joining us here on 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. We want to send a huge shout out to Brian Ruiz of Brian's Renta Audio and of Grupo Contagio. Thank you so much for joining us.
It was a pleasure. Thank you for even making time for me to be here, man.
It was just so much fun. So much fun just hanging out with you, chopping it up, behind the scenes, just laughing and just having a good time. So you're always welcome back, and we just would love to have you back. And make sure you contact Brian with Brian's Renta Audio or Grupo Contagio. Again, you can contact them on Instagram, Facebook, Brian's Renta Audio, Grupo Contagio, and their phone number, which was...
it's 313-920-5288.
So make sure to contact Brian for Brian's Renta Audio or for Grupo Contagio. And we just love to support. And thank you so much for supporting us since day one. Been a true listener since day one. So just send a huge shout out to you. And like always, make sure to follow us, like us, and just keep posted with everything that we post on our social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can follow us at 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. And if you're an artist, you would love to have your music shared, to have airplayed here on 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio, or if you're a small business owner, we'd love to have your small business promoted, make sure to send us an email to 31.3urbanrhythm@gmail.com. That's 31.3urbanrhythm@gmail.com. We would love to share all your small business promotions, and we would love to have your music played on 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio, which is the local internet hotspot for local talent. So make sure to follow us. Stay tuned with us. Every single Wednesday and Thursday, we're live. This week's edition is just very special having Brian. Tomorrow, we're going to have Born Bishop, a Christian hip-hop artist, gospel artist. He's going to be at Metronome Studios here, joining us for 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. So make sure to tune in tomorrow as well at 6 p.m. Tomorrow, Thursday, 6 p.m., we're going to have Born Bishop in the house here at Metronome Studios. And like always, this is your boy, RockyRoad313, our DJ / mastermind / co-host, Mr. SwZee, a.k.a. Temple Beats, our creative director, Manny Banks, and our audio technician, Victorino, in the house. And make sure to join us tomorrow as we are live back again here at 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. And again, I am RockyRoad313, and we're going to end this with Grupo Contagio. This is Falso Amor. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.